FM today by phoning 9747-0450 during business hours or phone 9747-8500 after hours. Support 979 FM today.
Test my test.
MLV Group are in the business of providing financial security and happiness to all Filipino migrants in Australia by providing a one-stop shop for all their financial, business, and social needs. Sponsor of 97.9 FM.
979 FM, the little station with a big sound.
I just said the magic word.
Here comes the music.
This is 97.9 FM Filipino-Aussie program, the home of Good Vibes Filipinas, with Papi Melvin Mata, Bibo Santos, and Mayora May Zapper, imparting positivity, playing OPM music while serving the community. Good Vibes Filipinas. Boom!
Ayan. Magandang umaga. Good vibes. Dito mula mga good vibes. Ito po ang 3rd anniversary special. Ito po sa Morning Vibes with
Bibo Santos.
and Papi. Ito lang. Sa 7.9 FM Video Radio. Filipino-Australia program. Good vibes, Pilipinas. Boom! Ayan, Pibs.
Alright, maraming salamat po at hindi po tayo tambalang Bibo Santos at Papi po every Saturday morning po at itong araw na to is napaka-special kasi anniversary natin of course. Happy New Year po sa lahat po ng mga followers, subscribers, lahat po ng tagapakinig po ng ating programa sa Good Vibes Pilipinas, and I hope this 2023 will be a good and better year for all of us. Okay, God bless to you. Boom, 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 boom! Alright, before anything else pops out, I'd like to also greet Eva Toralio Quintua is also watching. What's up with Owen? And of course, Pops, I would like also to greet all my cousin po from Sydney na tumari pa rito sa Melbourne. Ate Pamela Diaz sa Diaz clan. A big shout out to you, and of course, God bless and enjoy Melbourne.
Okay. Sa lahat ng mga kasama namin. Si Mayor, nasa holidays pa si Mayora. And also so ating si Papa George pa, makakaano bukas. Mamaya, makakahabol mamaya.
Yan.
And also, ayan, may mga guest pa na tayo.
Yes, Pops, no?
Ayan, Bibs, sige, salita ka muna. Yan.
Okay, so
Narinig na kita, Bibs.
Okay, narinig ko na ang aking mga magandang boses.
Yan.
Alright.
Mukhang hindi tayo na naka-register kanina, pero okay lang, mga kapatid.
Okay, big shout out to you. And of course, alam naman po siya na kindly give us good inputs po kung
Yeah.
narinig niyo po ang
Narinig niyo po ba ang audio namin?
Yan. So,
Ayan.
sinaset up po natin. And of course, yung guest po natin later po, si Honorable Steve McGhie.
Yan, and also sa ating mga kaibigan natin, si Miss Chrissy Borromeo.
Yan.
Yan, si MAFFIE.
Yan.
President si MAFFIE Villarba, and also ating kaibigan na si Miss NONATO ng BridgeAus.
Yan.
Okay.
Guest po natin. Of course,
Very good.
last po namin po natin, 3 years na tayo sa Good Vibes Pilipinas. And I hope
Yes.
going stronger. And of course, sa lahat po ng sponsors po namin, kumakatok po ang Good Vibes Pilipinas.
Right here naman.
Yes, and big shout out to you. Lahat po na nanonood po dyan, kindly send us a request, any shout out po. And of course, sa lahat po ng gustong magbigay ng kanya-kanyang opinion sa later maging topics po natin, especially here in year 2023. Ayan, boom!
Ayan, baka sana Felix is in the house. Marami tayong mga ano na yun. And also yung ating mga viewers from Pinesian Melbourne, local Pinesian Melbourne, yung aking mga kasama natin dyan sa mga taga-bato around the world. So, ayan. And also yung mga kamatch ko dyan sa Bato Camarines Sur, Baton Central School, sa University of North Vacation at University of Northeastern Philippines.
Ayan, boom! And also, I would like to give a good shout out po kay Joyce Mangibing Doot ng A&R Beauty Spa.
Ayun!
Gusto sino po gusto magpaganda po dyan, kindly,
Oy, napakaganda rin kami ng Bibs.
talaga ba?
Punta na kami
Wow,
doon.
nagpunta si Mrs. doon at happy.
Happy si Mrs. din.
Yes. Joyce, mabuhay ka, Joyce. And big shout out to your business as well. Ayun, boom. Ayun, Pops, at actually, Pops, ano mga plano po natin sa 2020? Bigyan natin ng update po ang ating mga tagapakinig at ating followers po sa
So,
Good.
syempre, tuloy-tuloy po, since medyo okay naman yung ating pandemic, tuloy-tuloy po yung sponsorship natin.
Yep.
Yung sponsorship scheme ng ating radio station through Good Vibes Pilipinas, number 1 yan. And also, ang susunod dyan ay yung ating mga collaboration, sports activities.
Yeah.
Yan, may kausap na tayo dyan, ang Pilipinas and Melton, would like to collaborate with us. Yan, nag-iisip din tayo ng yung ating Boom Fest. Sana matuloy na kasi ayaw ko rin ituloy na may COVID pa kasi ayaw maging super spreader tayo ba.
Yes,
Ayan, so yun ang isa pa nating concern. Okay, and also sa lahat ng mga natin, yung ating mga reviewers, yung ating mga, ayan, mukhang maganda naman yung audio natin. Wala tayong naririnig. Maganda ba yung audio natin?
audio natin. So, habang sineset up po namin ng ating kasi we
Kasi
have a
may
lot
guest tayo mamaya.
Yes,
Lalo
Pops.
na mamaya, marami tayong guest.
Yes.
And,
Kung mapansin nila, Pops, na hindi pa sa studio.
studio 2, yung green room.
Yes.
So, makikita niyo, daming mga microphone. Pwede na mag-concert, mga kapatid.
Yan. Pwede mo. And in the future, Pops, invite natin lahat ng mga banda.
Yes, especially yung mga gusto natin magpaano. Battle of the Bands Beeps.
Yes, Pops. Diba?
So, pinag-uusapan din natin yan.
Okay.
Pwede natin yung kausapin ng Tambayan,
Yan.
Talyan Otto,
Yun. Boom.
para makipag-compliant sa atin.
Yes. And of course, Pops, lahat po na nakita natin na I'd like to also to give a good shout out po sa 979 FM management po. Thank you very much for having Good Vibes Pilipinas on your, sabihin natin napakagandang samahan dito sa 979 FM. And of course, I'll also to give a good shout out po sa Venture Melton. Lahat po ng mga business po dyan. Thank you very much for your award. And of course, Learners Hub po. Huwag niyo po kalimutan po if ever po you need some help po, especially sa mga guests po natin regarding academic. Our class will be on Friday to Saturday po, dito po sa Melton po. So, kindly give us a call, 0424-801-827. Sa lahat po ng parents and students po ng Learners Hub, mabuhay po kayo. God bless. Boom!
Ayun.
Yes, Pops. So, tatanong po namin, okay na po ba audio po namin? Mahina daw ng audio, sabi ni Ate Ains.
Sige, okay.
Hallelujah Sounds.
Yan, tingnan natin kung medyo mahina pa ang sounds.
Yes, thank you, Ate Ains.
Adjust ka natin.
Ayan, boom.
Ayan. So, siguro, nakabinitin natin yung mga guest natin.
Yes, Pops.
Baliktad lang muna tayo, babe, sa unang anniversary natin.
Yes.
Unang natin, punta natin dito sa 97.9.
Yeah.
Alam mo, babes, nung panay, that was December 26, babes, no?
Yes, tama po.
Ay, hindi, mga December 19 yata.
December 19.
Mga ganun. Punta tayo dito and we were invited to actually just present
Yes.
kung ano yung may ano namin because beforehand na nandito ako, I was one of the co-anchors dun sa 97.4 FM yung stereo
Yes.
dun sa may Brooklyn. Unfortunately, nagsara. Okay, it was closed due to syempre bankruptcy, management din. So, I felt that already. Pero nung dumating yung dumating yung chance na namit ko si Bibo, naging co-host ko si Bibo.
Yep.
Yan, ayun, bigla na at least na nabuhayin ako kumbaga.
Tama.
So, nagkaroon kami ng konting ideas since nandito na kami sa Melton. At sabi ko, Bibs, tingnan nga natin sa Melton kung may bakante.
Yan.
So, sabi ko, o sige, tingnan natin, bakante naman siguro. So, nung makita namin people na bakante, we applied already. Nag-email namin.
Yeah.
And then, hindi daw masyado intindihan, Bibs.
Okay.
But eventually, sige, mag-ano tayo,
Magpatutog muna tayo, Pops.
ayusin natin yun.
Thank you very much, Ate Ains.
Thank you for your input. Lalo na kasi mamaya, marami tayong
Yes, si Bagazala, Felix, thank you so much for your
Thank you, Felix, sa feedback mo.
feedback. Thank you.
Alright, so kung panagtog muna kami, siguro mga dalawang tugtugan and then I'll fix fix the audio first, and then, yes, let's continue sa ating programa. Importante magandang audio natin. Okay, so kung may music kayong mga gusto nyo, gusto kayong i-request dyan, pwede kayo mag-request.
Yep.
Actually, meron na ako ditong mga, mga music na pwede natin i-pagtuloyan. So, Red Bibs.
Yes.
Quest by Sige na. Ito yung request yung Sige na. Okay, sige, patagtulin mo na natin kung ayos natin yung ating audio. Okay, dito lang, kasama yung si Bibo and Papi sa Morning Vibes. With Bibo and Papi dito lang sa 7.9 FM Community Radio, Pilipinas Radio Program. Good Vibes, Pilipinas. Boom!
Simula mo naman.
Okay. Yes, harap mo lang. Ayan.
Oo.
Try natin. Okay na ba yung aming audio?
I hope na okay na yung audio natin. Lahat po nanonood po dyan. Thank you very much for your inputs. Si Ate Ali, Ate Ains, thank you very much. Lahat po nanonood po dyan. Bagasala, Felix, sabi shout out. And of course, lahat po nanonood po dyan, kaya give us inputs po kung okay na po ba yung audio namin. Ina-adjust po namin kasi we're in a green studio po. May guest po tayo mamaya. So, malaking bagay po sa amin yung pagbibigay po ninyo ng inputs kasi para mas maganda po yung dating po namin dyan, lalo pong maging malinaw po yung aming programa po dito.
Yeah, especially that one.
Yeah, boom! Okay, Paps, ha? And of course, na po na gusto mag-request po dyan, nakatutulog po namin. Gusto po namin, ang pasok po ng 2023 is lalo maganda. Especially itong programa po namin sa our anniversary po, napaka-special, Paps, ang ating programa ngayon. Of course, we have our guest later po, si Honorable Steve McGhie po, one of our MP here in Melton. And of course, lahat po ng magiging po namin, si Miss BERTUMEN, si MAFFIE, and of course, si Miss BORROMEO po, aming magiging guest for today. So, yun. Ihanda na po kayo. Keep tuning po sa aming programa po dito sa Good Vibes Pilipinas. And of course, lahat po ng gusto pong magbigay, lahat po ng magbigay, gusto po ng shout out po. So, nandito po Good Vibes Pilipinas. Keep it going po. I-mention po kami sa aming Facebook page and aming Facebook Live. Lahat po ng social media portal po namin. Nandun po tayo. Nandun po tayo sa Twitter. Di ba, Pops? No? Sa Twitter.
Sa Facebook.
Sa Facebook,
Sa
of
YouTube.
course. Sa YouTube po namin. Ayan. Boom!
Ayan.
Okay. So,
hopefully maganda lang namin, maganda lang reception namin ng audio.
Yeah.
And ayan, actually, hindi kami kompleto ngayon because Mayora still in the Philippines para sa kanyang holidays.
yeah.
Ayan, ang bakasyon sa Mayora. Sana all,
Enjoy,
Mayora.
Ate May.
And also si Papa George, papunta na rito. Also
Yes.
natin mga guests at 7:30 for si MAFFIE, papunta na rin dito.
Yeah.
Nakasara ba yung pintuan natin?
It's open, Pops.
It's
Diba?
open, yeah.
Lahat talaga.
Bukas
na bukas.
Bukas po ang aming
Pintuan.
para sa inyo.
Kasi sino pumasok dyan?
Sino man ang pumasok, bahala kayo dyan.
Welcome sa Good Vibes, ating programa. So, bukas na bukas, Pops, kasi minsan, may time pa po, si malakas na lang ito, di ba? Si Papa Mark,
Oo, si
kasaraduhan,
Kasaraduhan.
kasalukuyan, winter nun. O, di ba? Lamig na lamig, si Papa Mark, 15 minutes nagkakatok, hindi natin narinig kasi we have our program. So, ginawa po namin since we have our guest for today. So, bubuksan po namin yan. So, bukas sa bukas, kahit hindi guest, pasok lang.
Okay, so beforehand, check natin yung audio.
Yeah.
After this, mga padalastas. Dito lang, kasama yung si Bibo,
Bibo.
yung MAFFIE. Sa 7.9 FM, Community Radio Philippines Australian Program. Good Vibes, Filipinas. Boom!
979 FM, the home of the West's best stereo.
You hear that?
Yep, that's the sound of our happy chickens.
Fat, juicy, tasty happy chickens.
We send all our chickens to Melton Chicken Stock, Claret Ash Boulevard, Arnold's Creek.
That's the shop with the happy chicken on the roof.
Buy some of our happy chickens today.
Phone them on 9068 4869.
Melton Chicken Stock is a delicious sponsor of 979 FM.
Book your next car service to the experts who care. Daniel Auto Service Center assures you the best job quality, value for money, and excellent customer service. Full service starting from $149 only. Book now. 97.9.
Melbourne's home to the and today. 979 FM.
979 FM, the little station with a big sound.
Are you missing teeth? Are you afraid to smile? Then let Four Corners Dental assist you to display your most beautiful smile. A smile can take you on a confident journey and improve your self-esteem. Let Four Corners Dental handle all your dental needs. Four Corners Dental, your local dentistry specialist. Situated Suite 3, 201 Ferris Road, Copperbank Village. Phone now on 9994 0001 or book online. That's 9994 0001. Sponsors of this station.
Immigration lawyers, professionally equipped with extensive experiences, knowledge of Australian immigration laws and procedures. We ensure you get into the right path in all types of Australian visa application. We thoroughly analyze and evaluate circumstances for each client and always look for the best valuable approach. Hence, why wait? Avail now and say yes to our service. We shall open the doors to your future. Concert 97.9 FM.
Need that special promotion? Then why not book 97.9 FM's outside broadcast bus today? To find out how, contact 97.9 FM sponsorship coordinator on 9747-0450 or email advertise@979fm.com.au. 979 FM, serving the community.
This is 979 FM.
I'm Clement Hall. It's my great honor and privilege. We have a wide range of extracurricular activities to allow students to follow their interests and passions. We work hard so that our students are happy, engaged, and successful, feeling part of the Staunton family.
Staunton College, strive, persevere, achieve.
Sponsors of this station.
G'day, this is the Dingo with the Dingo's dinner time. As any time, it's dinner time for the Dingo. Playing great mix of 70s and 80s every Friday, midday to 2 o'clock on the West Stereo 979 FM.
Serving the community. This is 979 FM.
Ayun, mahaba-haba yung beeps.
Thank you very much po. Ganun po dito sa 979 FM. Ano po natin marami tayong mga sponsors and support po dito sa 979 FM. Of course, dito sa Good Vibes Pilipinas. So patuloy niyo po ang pag-suporta po sa amin sa Good Vibes Pilipinas, especially this year. At lalo pa namin gagalingan, Pops, di ba? Lalo na gagalingan sa ating servisyo. So that's why...
Kailangan natin servisyo. Totoo. Yun. Bago yun, Bibs. Ano sabi mo na FM? Servisyo. Totoo. Good Vibes. Pilipinas. Boom! Ayan. Bago na naman tayo.
So yun po, Pops. Natural po dyan, okay na po ba yung audio po namin? In-adjust na po namin. We will need your inputs po. So, para lalo po maganda po yung bato.
Tama. Yung ating mga pasada. Mga pasada.
Yes.
Pasada. Di ko lang dyan.
Ayan. Boom!
Ayan.
So,
Nakakamiss yung mga radyo doon. Actually, Bibs, pag nasa radyo, pag nasa US ka na radyo, malaking bagay. Kasi pinagtitiwalaan ka ng taong bayan na pinapakinggan ka. Hindi lang pati ng mga kapwa Pilipino, pati mga multicultural din. Diba? Naalala ko nung pumunta tayo dito na akala ko mag-test lang tayo. No?
yes,
Bibisita, sabi ko, bibisita lang kami. Yun pala, pipirma na kami ng kontrata.
Diretso.
Diretso na yung pirmahan ng kontrata.
So, ganun talaga, ganun kabilisan. Of course, lalo pa natin ginagalingan. And then, sabihin natin, naging challenge sa atin yung during dating 2020.
Oo, syempre. Sabay tayo sa pandemya. Kaya natin, hindi natin may tutuloy. Yun pala. Because of our, syempre, our perseverance, our resourcefulness. And syempre, sa pagiging cute namin. Sa rin yun, hindi kami cute. Wala kang pa-cute. So, dahil sa mga pa-cute namin, kami ay nag-streaming. So, and then after that, nagkaroon na ng scheme, nagkaroon ng sistema. Yung radio station na kung pwede, work at home kayo. Work at home. Kaya yun. Medyo napaganda ng sistema naman. And hindi lang yun. Kami yung isa, we're very proud na kami yung isa sa mga association, sa mga institutions na buhay nung pandemic, saka nung bushfires.
Yes, hindi tayo tumigil, Pops. And of course,
Hindi talaga no way.
yes, sa mga tao sumusuporta at hindi bumitaw po sa Good Vibes Pilipinas.
Akala nila yung Good Vibes Pilipinas ay nagpapatawa lang. No? Kami po ay maraming ka-collaborate ng mga institutions tulad po ng Gawad Kalina, ng 5BC, yung 5BC Humanitarian, yung may puso, yung puso pa noon. So, yun talaga mga collaborate namin mga habang daming positive, hinaharangan tayo, naka-lockdown tayo for ilang months. Yun ang kumbaga, tayo lang yung buhay doon eh.
Yes.
So, tuloy-tuloy nun because of collaborations and also yung mga info sessions natin with the Consulado ng Pilipinas of Melton, pati na rin yung ating mga, ayan sila, kapatid na Flo. Yan, ato. And also, meron pa tayong guest na puti, di ba?
Yes.
So, ang dami namin mga guest nun. And also, hindi ka makalimutan yung mga doktor. Di ba, ano epekto nito talaga sa kalagayan, itong vaccine na to, sa information sessions natin about the vaccines. Ayan, maganda ka shout out kay Ate Cecil Villarabal ng Pinos, East Gippsland. Sabi niya, good morning from Burnsdale. Choppy po ang sounds. Choppy pa po ba, ate? I-try natin yun.
Thank you, Ms. Cecil, sa iyong inputs. Sige, ayusin pa po namin.
Ayusin pa namin. Improve pa namin yan.
Yes, kasi meron tayong guest later po. Ating, marami tayong magiging guest later. So, we still keep improving po ang aming vision. So, thank you very much for your inputs. So, try po namin i-adjust po ulit. And then, yes, sabi ni Cecil Villarabal, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So, ano kaya, Vince, kung tanggalin mo muna yun dyan?
Ito na
Kaya yung wire lang, may wire lang. Tanggalin mo muna.
Okay. Alright. So,
tignan natin kung ano yung outcome. Yan. Tignan natin kung ano ang call mga kapatid.
Yan. Okay.
Sa ano naman ay maganda yung ano namin, maganda yung reception namin.
Yes.
Ano ka ng mic dyan? Ano ka ng lapel mic? Maganda rin. Okay, sige. Maglagay na kayo ng microphone dyan.
Okay.
Pero, yun nga sinasabi natin, Dibs. And doon ka nagkaroon ng chance na, hindi naman sa makilala. Kundi, magkaroon tayo ng networks at makilala mga hindi pa natin na nakikilala. Lalo sa iba't ibang lugar sa mga regional. Yan sila Ate Cecil, yan yung mga kasama natin dyan sa East Houston. Kumbaga, we traveled on that times of bushfires and COVID.
And then yes, Pops, yung Big 3, di ba yung original? Di ba tayo Pops ng ating Mayora? Ating Mayora. So, yung time slot natin, panggabi pa. Tapos, until now, yung Big 3 na yan, nandun pa din. Of course, nalalaga po tayo. Ang Good Pilipinas, sa Papa George. Di ba? So, big shout out to you, Papa George. He's on his way right now. So, yung Pops, yung during that time, hindi natin akalain na very challenging.
Yes.
Not only us, of course, sa lahat po ng tao sa buong mundo. Naging challenge po na. And we're very happy na we survived.
Hindi sa pagdating Bibs, nawala yung nawala yung mga sosyalan noon.
Yes.
Kaya halos yung mga sosyaleras, hindi nakapagbuelo.
So ngayon, Lucas Pops, yung mga concerts, di ba, na-cancel lahat. Even yung nanood ako ng festival last year, yung Good Things Festival, 1 year siya nawala. So nung nagkaroon siya na triple dumating. So sobrang dami ng tao. And of course, I'm very happy din na lahat ng talagang metal heroes ko nagsipunta rito sa Melbourne. So, big siya. Ang ganda rin ng experience ko din.
Sana pupunta ulit rito yung Papa Roach, yung number 1 ko na lang.
And
This is my last resort. Suffocation. I'm breathing.
Ito pa, meron sleep nut in Norwich. Pupunta ngayon ulit. I just also bought a ticket. Thank you to my commander. Bibigay ng permission. So, lahat pupunta rito ang sleep nut, Megadeth. And of course, yung panlaban natin dito sa yung metalcore ng Australia, yung Parkway Drive. Nagkaroon sila ng doc sa Netflix. So, we're very excited. So, lahat po ng mga metal fans dyan, nakikita tayo sa Notchfest sa Australia.
Pero, yung kailan nga yung Offspring?
I think Pops na hindi natin.
Hindi na tuloy?
So,
alam ba yung offspring ang Green Day muna, ang unang CD ko.
I see.
Binigay sa akin ng pinsan ko from nangyari pa. Naka-box to Kuya. Duki, yung Duki.
Duki, yeah.
Grabe yung ano nun. Yung tutugan nun talaga.
Yung ano yan Good Riddance, sumikat ang Good Riddance. Actually, Papi, ang Green Day, tsaka yung dumating na banda na napanood yung NoFX, MXPX. Sila yung sabay na punk na sumikat sa US. And then, siguro hindi na sa mainstream. Si MXPX, yung napanood ko sila ng live pops during the concert.
Sayang.
So, yun, I'm very happy sa itong mga metalcore fans dyan. And of course, sa aking paborito, yung Bring Me the Horizon. Yun, lupet. Laging tries ko sila napanood. So,
pero, ang number one band ko ngayon, kahit yung ngayon is pinapakinggan ko, kahit okay pa rin naman yung ano sa akin kung yung part, pero gusto ko yung Breaking Benjamin Tips.
Breaking Benjamin.
Alam mo yun? Ang number one ko dun is yung Breath.
Yung Breath.
Ang galing ng drums ng Bibs. Ano ba? Maano yung drums ng?
No, Pops. Kaya natin yan. Lagi ko, Pops, during, of course, yung Sepultura, yung naging Soulfly. During that time, Pops, sabi ko, kung maghanap sila ng drummer na from the fans, talagang aakyat talaga ako.
Umakyat ka rin.
Palong-palo na ako noong that time. Pero, ayun, it's very happy because I was in high school.
Breath out of me.
Ayun, Pops.
Kakayanin ko yan kahit posta.
Ayun, boom!
But I hope you did.
Yun, napakanda si Pops. And of course, sa lahat po nanonood po dyan, lahat po ng mga gusto mag-request po, magsabi lang po kayo. We still have, still adjusting our audio po. And sa po nang gusto magbigay po ng shout out.
Yeah, shout out kayo. Mamaya, maganda na usapan natin mamaya. So, lalo na, ang mga pinapatugtog namin nung una dito, mga OPM, diba? Ulang-una yung Kaleidoscope World, tapos yung mga
Yes.
mga Tell Me, and also yung Just What Is It To Me, yung mga Take Me to the Night, and then yung andyan yung Flowers for You, this lovely evening, mga mga Martin Rivera. Tapos siyempre, andyan din yung mga Jet Madera. I must forgive you. Yeah. Yun ang mga ulo namin pinapatugtog. And that's why they like our songs as well. And kinuha yan, yung mga songs na yun, ay hiningi ng studio para i-save sa aming card. Kaya pwede namin patugtugin yan dito. So sabi nila, napakaganda daw ng musikang Pilipino. Sabi ko, hindi lang daw puro Pilipino. So, tapos yung 214, narinig pa nila yung 214. Akala nila yung Darkness Fell, ng Wolfgang, pati yung Agent,
Agent Orange. The late, ating slap shot.
Grabe. Yun ang mga pinapatugtog namin dito. Nagustuhan ng studio. So, ayun, sa awa ng Diyos, kami po ay nasa Sabado, Saturday slot na. Dati nasa Thursday slot kami, pang gabi ng lagim. Pero ngayon, nasa 6 to 10 na kami. 4 na oras kami ngayong araw na to. Because this is our 3rd anniversary special ng Good Vibes Pilipinas. So, kung wala si Mayora, tatawagan natin si Mayora. Para mag-click man na ng happy 3rd anniversary na sa Pilipinas. And si Papa George, sana padating na Papa George.
Pipes Sobita Rakasa is also watching.
How are you, Pipes?
Yo, it's Papa George here. What's up? Completo.
Papa
George, sit down. Yep. Hello, what's up? What's up? MAFFIE is here.
MAFFIE,
Ayan, ating first guest for today. So, babalik po ang Good Vibes Pilipinas. Papatugtog po tayo habang sineset up po namin ang aming place. At thank you very much po. And we're very excited for our program for today. So, boom!
Ayan.
Okay.
Patugtog tayo, pero
Yes.
madalo tayo ng Facebook.
Yeah. Okay.
Babalik agad tayo ng part 2.
Yes. Okay. Ito po sa Morning Buzz with
Bibo.
and Papi.
97.9 FM, Radio Filipinas program. Good Vibes, Pilipinas. Boom!
Melbourne's Hard Mix of the 80s, 90s, and today. 979 FM.
If you're looking for a property, whether for ownership, for investment, or for your families, or seeking any legal assistance for your property in the Philippines, Merit Real Estate Provider and Services Incorporated is the best place to go. Check out their Facebook page to know more about them and the services they offer. Sponsor 97.9 FM. Hi, this is 97.9 Filipino-AUSSIE program, the home of Good Vibes Filipinas, with Papi Melvin Mata, Vivo Santos, and Mayora Mensafe, imparting positivity, and music for the community. Good Vibes Filipinas. Boom!
Ayan. Bumabalik po ang Good Vibes Filipinas dito sa 97.9 FM Community Radio Filipinas program. Servisyo to all. Good Vibes Filipinas. Boom!
Ayun, Pops, nagdagan po ang ating guest for today. I'm very happy po. Welcome aboard, Papa George and MAFFIE in the house. Boom! Papa George, pasok!
Ay, magandang umaga po sa ating mga kabarkadahan. Long time no here.
First time ni Papa George sa studio.
Oo. Iba pala talaga pag nasa studio.
DJ na DJ.
Sabi ko, kailangan ba magsuot ng Amerikana? Diba ba? Sabi ko, radyo pala yan, hindi pala sa TV. Eh kaya lang, dahil naka-live tayo sa Facebook, eh kailangan magsuot ng ating t-shirt ng Good Vibes Pilipinas.
Because of that, mag-shoutout ka naman sa mga sa family, sa friends mo, Papa George.
Alam mo, kagabi, nung sinabi ni Papa Melvin, Papa George, kailangan natin sa radyo. Sabi ko, masyado ako na-excite. Kick-in yung talagang pagka-Pilipino. Sabi ko, dala sa radyo, pwede mo bumati? Babatiin ko na yung aking mag-anak. Si aking baybay, sa aking dalawa anak. Saka lahat ng mga kasamahan ko sa community services. Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat.
And also, andito yung ating one of our four guests, one of our really beautiful guests of our third anniversary presentation special ngayong araw to. So, pakilala ko he's the president of the Filipino Friendship Group of Melton Incorporated, one of the very friend ng Good Vibes Filipinas since noon pa. I think nagsimula to nung mga panahon na kami ay he was still connected with the 5BC Militaria. And kami po ay naging sponsor namin ng Good Vibes, ang 5BC Militaria because of him. So, naging maganda yung collaboration, especially yung mga support natin, assistance natin sa ating mga migrants and yung mga future migrants natin, international students, na medyo nag-suffer nung panahon ng pandemic. So, no other than I would like to welcome the friend of Good Vibes Filipinas, Mr. MAFFIE VILLARBA. Welcome. So, how are you, MAFFIE?
I'm good. I'm back to real world. Thank you for taking the opportunity to be in your good studio.
Actually, tatlong studio namin ito yung pinakamalaki. So, nagsimula muna kami sa Red Room. Gusto namin yung Red Room. And then, paglipat namin, nakita namin, mas high-tech yung Blue Room. Yung high-tech. Kaya ngayon, nakakapa ako ngayon dito sa Red Room kanina. Medyo yung adjustment namin. But welcome to Studio 2, MAFFIE. Kapatid.
How's your New Year,
New Year is good. I'm starting to do the community service.
That's good.
It's really hard to recover everyone in Melton. I've been working with Melton for quite a while, and then due to the pandemic, we stopped. So last December, I had a meeting with all these elderly people, and I found out that they really need somebody. That's why I'm here. And then I realized that...
Gusto na pagputulin, ha?
Yeah, okay.
Mukhang napakaganda ng boses yan para sa radio.
Pwede
Pwede maging Good Vibes Filipinas.
Actually, MAFFIE, ganda ng
Napansin mo ba ba, George? Napansin mo rin ba yung
modulation natin? Delikado tayo dyan, sir.
Lalo lumamig.
Medyo nagkaroon ng bagong variation, parang chorus na chorus.
parang orchestra. We continue that, Robbie, and then?
Yeah, so we started to recover the FFGM. It's been a while, like I think it's been 8 years this group has been established with elderly people. And I think some of your friends knows about the group. It's just really hard to see that elderly really needs the support right now, especially for us, where we can be able to do and help them to progress. That's why when I knew that Melvin is in Melton, I have no idea that your stations is here.
Actually, napag-usapan niya namin to. So sabi namin, wala pa si Papa George. It's been a while. It's been 3 years na nung kaming dalawa ni BORROMEO. Nasa 97.4, 97.4 FM pa ako noon. Naging guest din namin si Papa George by that time. And then si Bibo naging co-host ko kasi wala nga nagbakasyon yung aking co-host. So nakita ko yung ano namin, yung blending namin. At that time, sabi ko, palipat ako ng Melton. Siya nakalipat na. Sabi niya, Pops, tingnan natin sa Melton kung may radio. So nung tinignan namin, research kami, wala pa ng Filipino-Australia. Wala pa. Meron dati. Before, but na-dissolve. So pumunta kami dito just to visit. Tumawag lang ako. Yun pala, meron na akong referral from my previous station na kunin ito. So nakita ko rin yung message, yung email na nag-refer sila sa akin. So nung pagdating namin dito, we thought we're just going to try out, we're just going to visit. Sabi ko, ganda naman ang dito na. Nung makita namin, may papel namin, pirma nila kami. And very fortunate that was December 20, and until 2019, and nagsimula kami January 2020. That's why Good Vibes Pilipinas, bago pa, beforehand pa, si Mayora, bago habang we were signing, sabi ko maghanap tayo ng babae, para mayroong boses yung babae sa ating. And then by that time, nagkaroon ng pandemic, si Papa George naman is involved on community services, especially sa NDIS. Noon, hindi pa siya noon, bago pa lang siya sa NDIS, and then nakita ko na medyo, alam mo yung may mga senseful, napaka-sense, napakadaan. Kahit ito kami kay Papa George, kahit maghapon mag-usap, hindi kami natatapos eh. So, siyempre, si Bibo busy, si Mayora busy, sabi naman nakahanap ako ng kausap with Papa George. So si Papa George naman sa streaming namin. So walang paltos yun. Every Saturdays, Papi siya, may gusto tayo, may guest o wala, talagang pasabi ko lang. So hanggang dumating yung oras na yun nga, hindi namin nagkikwento. And na-meet namin si MAFFIE with in connection dun sa aming commitments, and then yun, nag-click kami ni MAFFIE because of our principle on managing and administering the business, especially yung paano yung disiplina sa organizations. Kasi kung walang disiplina sa associations, it will die. So that's why invited, kahit nung mawala na siya doon sa association na yun, we're still in touch. And ito na nga, nagbabalik si MAFFIE, and nung nabansayan lang namin, just recently, nakita ko, Santa Claus siya eh.
Kamusta ba yung experience natin with Santa Claus?
It's really good. Yung Santa Claus then, it's from the elderly. So they want to have the spirit of Christmas, but I don't know how.
Yeah.
So I started to say, all right, we'll see how we go. And then yung isa namin elderly, nagbigay ng costume. Kaya sabi ko, magkasya kaya ito sa akin. Kasama daw niya. But yeah, it did. Like, it happens to us, and then nakausap ko sila. I asked everyone, I need some help. Just to promote Christmas in the community, the spirit itself. And then, Gawad Kalinga, Marisa, she knocked my messenger Facebook, and then it's like, oh, I need some help. I need to join with you. So I think they'll give us the way to because I haven't met Marisa in person until Melvin promoted me. Yet you can do and can just talk to this lady. That's good. It's a good mashup. She gave me one van of grocery for the elderly.
Wow.
And that's really a good kindness for with our community, especially in elderly, because they don't have any in this place. That I visited their place and I've seen how they struggle. No one in this world that can imagine our culture. That's as a Filipino, our elderly needs to be looked after. But especially now, they're the only one at their place, and I was just broken at that time. So I said, like, I have to be Santa Claus until whenever they need it.
Wow. Buhay si Maki.
Basahin mo natin ito. Napakahaba na pa ng messages natin. Basahin ko muna.
Go ahead, Pops.
Okay, so sabi niya, hello mga ka-vibers, okay po ba ang audio? Medyo okay ng audio. And then, sabi ni Ronald, morning po, sabi ni Ronald Molina, where you Ronald? Yan. Si Ronald, ang mga pinakauna natin mga fans yan, mga super fans natin. Yan. Joy Oliver is watching. How are you? Joy Oliver, good morning po sa amin. Also, ang pinsan ko nasa Bato, Camarines Sur, is watching at the moment. Lumalagtag sa mga pinsan. Saan, good morning, watching from Mother mo, Responder, Bato, Camarines Sur, MDDRMO, Responder, Bato, Camarines Sur on duty. Salamat. Yan, yung natin, yung municipal, emergency group, yung Responder, bagong tayo yan ng Bato, Camarines Sur. Just in case may mga emergencies, kabila yung mga fire brigade dyan, may first aiders dyan, minsan may tanong dyan for security, di ba? Minsan pag may sa mga pagbaha, ayan, lahat yan marunong lumangoy para mag-rescue, di ba? So, saludo ako sa bago naming mayor sa Bato, Camarines Sur. Kamabata ako yung dating SK chairman din yan. Ito ang batch ng SK chairman na talagang masisigasig, talagang may pagmamahal sa bayan namin. Kaya si Mayor Junjun Solilla, saluduan mo Junjun. And pakisabi na lang Pinsan na Romar na I've acknowledged his greatness and his actions towards the service to our dear town dyan sa Bato, Camarines Sur. So, saludo po ang Good Vibes Pilipinas sa inyo.
Ayan, alright. So, thank you very much po sa lahat po dyan. Lahat naman po dyan, nag-give us an input po. Lahat po na gusto mag-request, any questions po sa ating mga guests for today, kindly send us instant message po dito sa Facebook Live po namin. So, mabalik tayo sa guest for
yes,
so,
pwede natin itanong Babe sa kailan nagsimula itong
yes,
association?
Tanong na natin kayo.
Actually, it's been like a long time before I came to Australia. So I arrived in Australia in 2006, and this group is already operating. It has been headed by Bibeth Binko.
Oh, Bibeth, yes.
I think you know Bibeth. And right now, they are in this stage that they could not even perform whatever activities from the community due to some other private circumstances that they are dealing now. And they're getting older. So along the way, if you remember that there one Filipino that had an accident before in Melton, the two wives, which is my passion before. And because of that accident, they died. And the community itself, the Filipino community, helped me a lot and raised 50,000 for that night, just to help the kids that they are under 18 years old. So those are the things that started from the group that we are really binding together and working hand in hand. And with pandemic hits, everyone is just like, gone. And then I think 2022, I just realized like, I have to check what's happening with the community. And I started to discuss with Bibeth, and they just like said, we need something to help. I have a group already now, but this group is not really capable to help us because they're elderly. So I need some younger people. So I'm scouting everyone, whoever can help, and then blend the whole community, and we're gonna help working hand in hand.
So lahat po ito puro volunteers po?
Yes, so it's a non-profitable organization. So if they say Filipino friendship, it's just not only Filipino. Everything that touches Filipino, even other races, we're accepting it. So normally, people are just like giving us an update of like, oh, is it all about Filipino? No, it's about Filipinos love and care of the culture that we are trying to enhance in here in Australia. And I'm so very blessed that I've resided to Melton and I've realized that there's a big group in here. Apparently Filipinos in here are really a big community. So I said like, all right, I'll start with another name and then start to keep in touch. And I texted people, we need to have a coffee and we need to discuss things. I know these are the caliber people that I worked with before. And once it happens, they said, we're going to do it, we're going to do it. So I'm not frustrated. Since my previous group, I'm very lucky that I worked with them.
Eh, para po doon sa ating mga nakikinig at saka nanonood sa atin sa
Yan ang
Facebook.
gusto ko kay Papa George. Bishop,
Kung meron pong interesado na malaman ko yung ginagawa ng grupo, or ba, gusto talagang, oy, sasama ako dyan. Tawag dito, magandang gawain yan. Eh, paano naman sila makokontak? Paano nila makokontak kayo?
Meron kaming Facebook page sa FFGM Incorporated, so just message us or like and join, and then we're gonna affiliate you with the group and start to collaborate.
Ayan.
Wow. So yeah. So what's the name of the group, Matt?
It's FFGM, means Filipino Friendship Group of Melton. So that doesn't mean that if it's a Filipino, it's Filipino. It's everyone that's
Open for everyone.
Especially kahit hindi kita ka Melton, pwede kayo sumali. Melton lang because yung subordinates, yung geography, yung mga constituents namin, yung kailangan natin support is nasa Melton.
Speaking of Melton, Maffie, how long have you been here in Melton?
Since 2006.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow, matagal na.
Tagal na din. So nakita mo ang improvement ng from the way back then hanggang ngayon kasi nakita natin mga vibers ang Melton talaga is
Wala pa.
growing talaga.
Puro pa makanta mo. Ang Melton
Before, so ngayon.
Pati red yung lupa ng Melton.
I realized that my sister said, well, we're gonna be shopping. So we go to Wood Group.
Wood Group.
You know how long is Wood Group just from this door to that door?
I know.
I was like, is this the end of the shopping until yet? Oh my God.
So before maliit lang talagang Wood
Maliit
Group.
lang. Ano lang, parang siguro ito lang
Yung nasa likod, expansion na.
expansion lang sila.
So, nung wala pa si Wood Group, yung along High Street lang, yun talaga
Yun lang yung main street. There was 4 or 5 cars na I see.
Before?
Puro lang fish and chip shop yun.
Pwede pa magtanong ito, chismis.
Sige, manatis tayo.
Eh, sabi nila sa West, ang Melton ang isa sa mga affordable.
Yes.
So far.
So ito naman yung chismis. During that time, magkano kaya yun? Talagang is kung, di ba sabi nila, kung isa ka sa mga nauna talagang maswerte. Kaya lang, siyempre, yung shopping mo yata during that time, parang milk bar lang ang laki sa kailangan.
Like I purchased my house, 300,000. That's 800 square meters.
Ooh.
And up and down.
Wow.
But pag mag-work ako sa city, they always tell me, are you going to the bush? I couldn't understand that because in the Philippines, we don't call bush. Anyway, it's a place.
Kaya lang, fast forward 2022,
magkano na, million na yun.
Hindi, kaya nga sa 2022, fast forward, ito na pala yung ating walking millionaire. Saan, kailangan mo na ng security dito. Baka makidnap.
No grant pa tayo kasi nagputang pa tayo. So yeah, we always live with mortgage and everyone does.
Yes. That's normal. If you're living in a westernized country, you're free. Lalo na pag may freedom, that's what we need to do. It's a responsibility.
Yes. And then, medyo huwag naman natin itatouch yung mortgage na kasi naging madugo, especially last year.
Oo, yung mga interest rate niya, tumataas.
Walong beses kami tinaasan at naka-variable pa kami.
Pero good thing na variable beams.
Okay.
Because kasi kung hindi, you suffer on the next years. Kasi ang babayaran mo, bakit doble next year?
Yes.
Kasi kung kung siguro kung ano ka lang ngayon, sabihin natin 8%. Ilan tayo dati?
Dati 1 point, binabaan na, panahon ng pandemic.
Binabaan na, pero kung naka-fix ka, oo. Ang binabayaran mo ngayon, okay lang. Pero next year, and after 2 years, doble ang bayan, baka mag-remortgage ka. Because mas mahirap kang bayaran. Because yung rate na yan, yung period na yan, is just for the mode of payment. Hindi yun yung mababa ng po. Hindi ko makakatipid yan. Same pa rin yan, but it's just how you pay it. So kung ngayon, okay ka sa binabayaran mo kahit variable, okay ka. Kasi bumaba man yan, mas okay ka. Di ba? Kung tumas ka ng konti yan, okay ka pa rin kasi nakakabag ka na yan eh. Pero kung ikaw ay naka-fix ngayon, that means next year, magkakaroon ka ng adjustment. So instead na 3% ka ngayon, baka maging 18% ka. Kasi para bawiin yung loss ng time. So that's how mortgage goes. Ang pinaka-importante lang ay you know where you have invested. Dapat yung pinaka-importante din is gaano kabilis mag-equity yung lupa mo. Kasi din ka babawi eh. Diba? Kasi kung mabagal mag-equity yan, hindi mabagal din yung tubo mo.
And speak of equity, naku, magkano na kaya yung bahay ngayon?
Binigyan na yun.
800,000 up and down.
800,000. Isipin mo, ako estimate ko 448,000. 448 square meter. Ang bili ko na, ang bili namin is nasa less than 300. So doble na nasa 600 na. O sabihin natin nasa 500, wala pa yung ngayon wala pa yung bahay. So, kung pati yung bahay, siguro abutin ng 1.3 million yun.
Okay, wow.
So kasi, may tanong ako, Bigo, saka Papa Mel. Kasi hindi naman ako taga Melton. Actually, galing ako Binta. So, tama ba yung intindi ko na lahat pala ng mga milyonaryong Pilipino nandito sa Melton? Ayun! I wish, mga George.
Siguro na, wala, hindi kami, huli na kami.
Oo,
pero sila MAFFIE, mga bangkada namin, sila ate. Lalo sila ate, sila, yung nakita ko hasyenda, may hasyenda dyan. Nabili lang nila ng 180,000 yung 2 hektarya. O, di ba? You know, and that will, siguro nga sabi natin yung lupa nila, abot na ng 8 million. O 10 million ngayon. So, I'm telling you, after 3 years kasi dadating na naman yung hospital dyan, baka abutin ng 20 million yun in another 5 years.
Milyonaryo. Big shoutout pala kay Nanay Yoli.
Yes, Nanay Yoli.
Nanay ng bayan. So, a big shoutout to you, Nanay. Happy Saturday po.
Buti di pa tayo pinuputol ng
okay po ba yung audio po namin? I would also like to give some inputs from you guys kung maganda po bang audio namin. So, i-adjust pa rin po namin so far kasi we have our another guest po. May tatlo pa tayong parating
guest. Siya nga pala, Dibs, bago tayo patalas kasi I would like to give this to the MAFFIE.
MAFFIE. Ayan, Pilipinas.
Thank you. Masarap na to.
Yun. Hopefully, pagustuhan mo. Good vibes Pilipinas.
Ang ganda pagka-pre pops, no?
Solid.
Good vibes and good vibes.
Ayan. O sige, habang sinusot ni MAFFIE yan, o kaya, inaano muna.
Sinisipat.
Pag-ano muna tayo, charash-chas muna tayo.
Okay, buhay ko.
Shortly. Okay, dito lang. Kasama niyo ang Good Vibes Filipinas Grupo. Dito lang. Sa Nagdamit FM Community Radio. Filipino-style program. Servisyo to all. Good Vibes Filipinas. Boom!
MCGHIE specializes in affordable and reliable skip in hire in the city of Melton and the Shire of Melton. We have skips in all sizes, ranging from 2 to 8 cubic meters to wood beds ranging from 6 to 30 cubic meters. Both household and business. If you need a skip bed delivered to your house or business, call us on 0418 879 558 or visit jessleanne.com.au to book a skip. Jess and Leanne's is a sponsor of 979 FM.
Fluid Connecto offers a wide range of superior hose assemblies and other quality products from leading industrial suppliers. We are your one-stop shop for high-pressure hydraulics and a wide variety of fluid conveying products. Fluid Connecto is here to support you all year round, 24/7. We bring peace of mind to your maintenance activities worldwide. Sponsor 979 FM.
Victoria, magpakita tayo ng kabaitan at paggalang kapag nasa labas tayo at namimili o nakikipagkita sa mga kaibigan. Sa pamamagitan
Paano
ng
ba
mga
magkano ng
kapitan ng
live sa
katibayan ng
Because of
pagbabago
Good Vibes
laban
Pilipinas
sa
na
COVID-19 sa isang maginhawa at mabuting paraan, makatitiyak tayong ang lahat ay magiging komportable at ligtas kapag nasa labas ng ating komunidad at nasa trabaho.
Share mo lang sa mga
Tulungan ang mga negosyo ng Victoria na magawa ang lubos nilang makakaya upang protektahan ang mga parokyano at tauhan laban sa coronavirus. Alamin ang higit pa sa coronavirus.vic.gov.au/Tagalog.
Authorized by the Victorian Government, Melbourne.
I'm Christian Silverchair. Hi, I'm
This is TV News Complete with Matt.
Hi, I'm Dylan.
Hey, I'm Guy.
From classical to pop, reggae to hard rock, with country blues and easy to religion, sport and news for you. So stay with us and you'll be fine. Keep your dial locked to 979 FM all the time.
This is 97.9 FM, Filipino-Aussie program, the home of Good Vibes Filipinas, with Papi Morgan Mata, Bibo Santos, and Mayora May Zappa, imparting positivity, playing OPM music while serving the community. Good Vibes Filipinas.
Pero may mga social activities kayong ginagawa na.
We started in December and then hopefully sa 26th of January.
Ayun, balik sa Satan.
Yes.
Sa 97.9 FM radio.
And then before anything else, I wanted also to give a good shout out to Marian, my wifey, and they also watching right now.
Marian.
I love you, see you later. Thank you for Lord sa aking permission. So, safe up sa also bought a ticket na nabanggit ko ngayon. Not Fest, thank you so much for nag-top na naman ako at doon nakuha ko ng little ticket sa Not Fest this coming this year. Papalala ko natin yan. So, thank you, ma. Love you.
So, pinayagan ko rin siya uwi ng maaga ngayon, ma. Kasi nga, magbubukas siya ng school.
Yes.
So,
Speaking school, big shout out to all of our students po sa Learn Stops. Love sa lahat po ng teachers po namin, lahat po ng students, of course, lahat po ng parents po who keep also supporting po sa Learn Stops dito po sa Melton. So from Friday until Saturday po yung class po namin, give us a call, 0424-801-827. So learners na po. A big shout out also to Venture Melton po. Thank you so much for your award. God bless po sa inyong lahat and mabuhay po kayo. So yun, boom! Ayan! Okay, Pops. Go ahead, Pops!
Ayun, so, maano tayo. Actually, mag-guess na. Yes,
hello! Hello, Miss Squeezy! Okay, so, okay, go with Pops.
Ano ba? Sige, okay. Ipasok ko muna si
ating mga guests.
And then, okay, so again, time check. So, 8:05 in the morning. Ang alas 10 po tayo. Bigyan po tayo ng chance na ma-extend ang ating airing ngayong umaga dito sa brother anniversary special. Basically, we have just 6 to 8 in the morning. But since wala namang kukuha, actually binibigay sa amin ng 8 to 10. Kaya sobrang naghaba niyan. Okay, so ang kailangan natin ng siguro is kung mayroon pa sana pag si Papa Jules walang ginagawa, siguro kailangan natin kunin ang alas 10, Papa Jules.
Dapat, lumipat na yata ako ng Melton dyan.
Oo, dapat siguro lumipat ka ng Melton.
Parang pag-gising, mga 5 minutes na, nandito na. Biyahe ko rin kulang 45 minutes.
Ganun ba? Bibs, dito ka na, Bibs.
Tabi natin.
Saka masarap
adjust ko lang,
sa Melton, sir.
Masarap dito.
Yung freeway, takbo 110.
110.
Sabi ko, tingnan mo na, napakaaga yata.
Kasi papasmas ka, nag-wine tasting ka ba dito? Tumatakbo ka ng
1 stage, kaya lang,
Pwede ka na ito, Bibs. I-extend mo dito. Yan. Pwede siya na mag-share ng
place. Sorry,
adjust natin si Miss Chrissy.
Ayun, in the meantime, bago pumasok yung ating isang guest, may tatanong ako sa ating isang guest pa. Ano ba yung klase ng mga programa na you're currently working on? Para lang doon sa mga gustong interesadong sumama o mag-volunteers. Ayun.
Alright. So, ngayon focus ko sa elderly kasi sila yung directly in need now. So, I'm planning to have like just for daily activities that they have or weekly activities that they have that can help them moving. Like this is not about elderly in aged care, but these are people that able to live by their own. But somehow when I observe them, mahirap yung ano nila, yung wala silang activities, just sitting down and watching TV and then back and forth. So hopefully I can build a group that can help them with activities, and we have a functions, like building functions in Melton to start working with this elderly, somebody to pick them up and then do activities so that their wellness will gonna be more improved. Importantly in the mental health, like I've been connected with BridgeAus and we're always promoting wellness, and this is what my heart goes to when I realize that need somebody.
At least nandito ka, kasi maintindihan mo yung DIS lalo.
Oh yes.
Because isa sa mga si Ma'am Chrissy, siya ang expert sa NDIS. That's why I told you to come down.
I was just excited last time. Binigay mo sa akin, oh God, these are the people that I need to touch these people.
Isa sa mga nakita namin, and I think napag-usapan natin ito, Papa Melvin, sa lahat sa pandemic, yung mga people at risk of isolation. Hindi dahil sa nagkaroon ng COVID or something, the mandatory isolation. Alam mo, kasi dito naman sa atin sa Australia, medyo iba ang kabuhayan dito kumpara sa atin sa Pilipinas. Sa Pilipinas, basta pagkadubungan ako sa bintana, ang daing tao, no? Marami naman. Dito kasi medyo iba. Kaya lalo na sa mga elderly. So sa umaga, siyempre yung mga apo, yung mga anak, mga takbuhan niya, papuntang school, papuntang nagkakapos sa train station, o magmamaneho na, papasok ng trabaho. So pretty much the whole day, wala. So siguro may darating lang pagdating ng mga bata after school, o kaya naman mga 5 or 6 o'clock pagkagaling na sa trabaho. Pero yun yung window na dito na nag-iisa.
Yes.
And I think itong grupo na to, that is something that we are catering to. So, ang isa sa mga nakita natin dito is, minsan yun lang for them to look forward, bukas meron tayong activity. It gets them excited.
Yes.
Kasi minsan, yun lang mga kausap ka ng mga ibang tao, kapwa Pilipino, that's already good enough to, go through the week. So, minsan, kailangan natin ng mga granting activities, sir. Hindi naman, no? Minsan, as simple as like, coffee catch-up, o kaya punta tayo dito, ganito, yung ganun lang. So, yun yung isa sa mga nakita natin na naging really effective. It's that engagement. Kasi malungkot ang buhay dito,
Exactly. Last December, we planned to have a Christmas party. But we're unfortunate yung lugar na pinunta namin with the COVID, yung may-ari ng lugar. So, nag-plan sana kami ng bingo, that they were excited, and then they realized that, we have to stop it and just do the gift giving.
Wow.
Just to help out. Yeah, I really need help, like everyone who's in the skill though, to help them, especially in their weekly activities.
Zumba, di ba? Zumba.
It's just only a matter of like who's gonna organize it and how it's gonna be starting. Yun ang kailangan talaga ba. So, I realized all your my guests, they are really capable to help the community, and I really need their advice.
Alam mo, Papa Mel, and parang Bibo.
Yeah.
Naalala mo yun, no? Nagkaroon tayo ng guest sa atin, yung mga runners ba yun? Yung
yes, mananakbo.
Yung mga mananakbo.
From Queensland, actually.
It just came into mind kasi usually pag gusto natin one activity or event, di ba, mag-hire ka ng mga ganitong lugar. Pero sa mananakbo, hindi ka naman mag-hire ng park. Di ba? So, libre, no? So, parang yata nilang schedule, no? Like, every Saturday this morning, may malit na small sa walking route. So, I think, kung akong tatanungin kung we can start really very, very small. Baby steps. Kasi tayo mga Pilipino, sarap na mag-isip tayo, talaga puro in grande. Sometimes, hindi nga nangyayari. Kasi katulad nito, yung plano nyo sana Christmas party, sino magkakalang hindi pala available. Kasi for health reasons, nagkaroon ng COVID. Ayaw mo naman na kumalat yun. So, that's your duty of care. So, minsan, like mo, as simple as like, walking group in the morning. Hindi mo natin kailangan ng mga 200 yata ng ating mga kasama.
Siguro kailangan na ng venue, kailangan mo lang ng trail dyan, and then you can organize.
Trail. Magsimula ka lang ng ilan, mga 6. Bukas pa ka naman, mga anak na yan eh. Totoo yan. Kasi it's more than just like, walking. It's actually yung engagement na importante, and you're just using these activities. Bawa, walking, or bingo, or having coffee, chat. Or sometimes, mamasyal ka lang sa Wood globe ba yun?
Yeah, wood
Kasi
globe,
medyo
yeah.
malaki na, no? So, kahit na medyo makulimlim, o kaya sobrang init. Actually, yung
may bubong.
Hindi lang nila alam ng ating mga elderly na pagka naglakad sila doon, ay exercise sila without them knowing. So yun, sometimes, and for sure, maraming nakikinig sa atin dyan na may mga maraming ideas, sumama na po kayo dito sa atin.
Yeah.
Please.
That's why here in Good Vibes talaga we're also open, especially who wants to work with the community with the same mindset po. And of course, lahat po ng advocacies po namin, tuloy-tuloy po. Tingnan mo naman si Papa George, si Kuya Melton, and of course si Ate May na nasa Pilipinas kayo. Big shout out to you.
Yeah.
And lahat po ng magiging ano po namin. And of course, Pops, we have our second guest right now. So,
Yes, especially magandang usapan.
Magandang usapan to. So sa lahat
At saka mahabang introduction.
Exactly. So very happy to have her here, especially here in Good Vibes Pilipinas.
Yeah, beforehand, it's time check, 8:14 in the morning. So bago natin ipakilala ang ating second guest for today's third anniversary special, hanap buhay man na tayo.
Yes. Commercial.
Dito lang, kasama niyo Good Vibes Pilipinas at 7.9 FM Community Radio, Filipinas program. Servisyo, totoo. Good Vibes Pilipinas. Boom!
MLG Group,
This is
we're in the business of
MAFFIE.
providing financial security and happens to all Filipino migrants by providing
Dito
one
na
stop
mami para
shop
makinig
for
tayo.
all the financial business and
Para
social
palit
needs.
kayo. CRISTINA, BORROMEO.
George, sa DBR.
Hello.
Hello, yes.
Nag-video tayo kasi nag-request natin siya sa...
I think wala akong
979 FM, full station with the big sound.
Mayora.
979 FM, the home of the West's best stereo.
Yep. That's
Siya ako naman nagpa-collaborate.
juicy, tasty. We're saying all that chickens to Melton chicken sauce. Straight. That's the shop with the happy chicken on the ground. What's some of our happy chickens today? Burn on 906 4869.
Chicken stock is a delicious sponsor of 171 FM.
Book your next star service for experts who can. And your auto service center assures you best job for you. Value for money, excellent customer service. Full service starting from $149. Book now. Sponsor of 979.
Melton's Holidays, the 80s.
Alright. Yan, MAFFIE VILLARBA, our first guest for today. Yes. Dito sa 7.9 FM Filipinos program. And I would like to introduce our second guest for this morning. So she's worked in various community services ranging from age, disability, and mental health, and have 15 solid years of professional experience in Australia. So she gained her international bachelor's in psychology, advanced diploma in psychology, graduate diploma in case management and assessment, advanced diploma in community management, diploma in counseling, and diploma in disability, and currently working towards her master's of social work. So she's also a keynote speaker, runs a consulting services to small to medium scale community services and not-for-profit organization focusing on organizational reviews, professional development and training, mentoring and coaching. And also she's also have a consulting services, ASM Health Services Property Limited, focusing on support coordination, case management, and psychology services and allied services, and also ABC Age and Disability Services. It focuses on home and community services, having run a 7-figure business. Wow! 7-figure in the NDIS space. And NDIS is National Disability Insurance Scheme. So CRISTINA comes with vast knowledge across many domains of business and participant care. So she's no other than Miss Cristina BORROMEO.
Alright, welcome po.
Naboard ako.
Meron tayong dito. Extended.
6 to 10 tayo, kaya sabi ko, kailangan nabahan natin. Madami namin titulo.
Yes, Pops. Isang patunay yung Pops sa mga guest natin, dekalibre.
Tsaka hindi yan dapat sinasawalang bahala. Titulo yan.
Yeah.
So, kailangan bigay.
Pero yung amin naman, ibang silip ko.
Ano, Papa George?
Sino magkakala na tayong mga Pilipino kaya palang i-achieve yung
Yeah!
natin. Kaya dun sa mga, lalo yung mga kabataan, dahil nandito tayo sa Australia, take advantage yung opportunity.
Yeah.
Kasi it can be done. And itong kasama natin, nag-guest ngayon, actually been there, and hindi pa tapos ha, mahataw pa. It can be done. So, tayo world class.
Yep.
Kaya huwag natin mamalitin ang ating mga kakakayanan.
Yeah. Bago natin pasarating si Miss Chrissy, gusto ko nang i-shout out si Miss Charito Cortez Ton. Yan. Nice! Ayan. MAFFIE, good morning. Yeah, and also, sabi ni Roselyn Lacustales, hi Maf, sabi niya.
Hi Maf. So
Yeah.
Mayet Leslie is also watching. Mami yun. Ignatius
Shout
also
out,
watching.
dami natin ngayon. 10 million, 10 million sa Facebook.
No Colico is also watching. So go ahead with our guest right now, si Miss Chrissy. Welcome aboard, Miss Chrissy.
Good morning. Goodbye.
Iba rin ang modulation
Iba
nito.
po. Very well ventilated tayo.
Oo, mukhang si Chrissy yan.
Ang ganda ng bato dito, pwede mo maging future DJ natin.
DJ na.
Why not? Why not? I am open to any ideas. Like what Papa George is saying, this is the land of opportunity. Take it. And like what MAFFIE is also doing, for his own friendship in Melton, it promotes camaraderie. Pinubuhay niya yung Pilipinong konsepto na bayanihan. Di po ba?
Di mo ba alam, Miss Chrissy, na naging instant Santa Claus siya noong September, December?
Nakikinig ako, nakikinig ako. At gusto ko yung narinig ko na hanggat kaya ko magiging Santa Claus pa rin ako. That's my diet.
So, bakit pa sila naging guest natin dito? Kung wala rin mga ganyan kaya, di ba?
At ang sama-samahan yan, nagsama-sama lahat ng mga mababagsik.
Mga dekalibre.
Despite na tayo ngayon.
Congratulate ko muna kayo. 3 years na. It's big.
Yes,
Wow. May mga gabi. Tama ka, yung gabi. Nakikinig ako sa gabi na yung pandemic and etc. It makes me reflect yung mga tunog nyo, yung pop culture music and etc. Nakakabuhay ng damdamin even during its pandemic period. Salamat.
And also, we have reached our 10,000 followers as well.
Congratulations.
10,000.
Binibilang nga sa dalili ko pa.
Malapit na magkaroon ng buwan.
Maraming
salapi.
After 3 years, experience na natin
yung salapi ng Facebook.
Pero alam mo yung mga salapi niyan, maraming nagagawa yan. Maraming sa mga ating mga tagapakinig, sa tagapanood. Itong mga biyaya na ito. Alam mo, on the sides, ang dahil pong ginagawa ang good vibes na hindi natin na i-broadcast. Yung mga support ang ginagawa natin sa ating mga community. Ayun, so doon po napupunta yun. Saka high-tech na tayo ngayon.
Kailangan talaga makihabol tayo, makikumpit tayo sa mga technology. Kung hindi yung mga technology na ibigay sa atin ng ating mga sponsors, syempre dami ng sponsors. Ayan, mag-sponsorship din naman po kami ngayon to January. So, ayan, kailangan naman humingi ng mga tulong sa inyo. And because of what we need to really give to the Filipino multicultural community. Ayan, balik na tayo kay Miss Chrissy. And gusto kong emphasize itong kanyang expertise. I mean, what is NDIS and konting discussion about the history and paano ito nag-work. Yan. Para sa'yo na. Miss Chrissy.
Ang NDIS ay malapit po sa puso ko kasi noong unang panahon ng aking unang asawa, nasa wheelchair. So, we are the receiving end of the program. Pero hindi siya NDIS. Bago siya mag-NDIS, ang tawag sa kanyang program is Individual Support Program at bago yan ay home support program. So in early 2000s, may mga inquiries mula sa community tulad nyo, biglang nagtanong, gobyerno, pwede bang ma-improve ang funding at suporta sa mga taong may disability tulad namin? So, nakinig ang mga local councils tulad ng mga ginagawa nyo, may mga survey, iniimbitahan na maging isang malaking boses tayo para lumapit sa gobyerno at may improve ang quality ng service delivery. So, noong unang panahon, ano ang ako, naranasan ko mismo, approve yung asawa ko ng 100,000 funding in a year. Pero, ang aming nararamdaman ay 3 hours lang of services a day. Isang oras sa umaga, tulungan siyang bumangon, mag-breakfast. Isang oras sa tanghali, tulungan siyang kumain. Isang oras sa gabi, patulugin siya. So, nung panahon na yun, meron akong sanggol. So, talagang kailangan ko ng tulong. At bagong-bago ako dito sa Australia. So, ano dyan ng pera pero hindi mo magalaw. Ilang taon namin naririnig na there is funding, you've been approved, yada. Pero wala dyan. So, ako'y nagpapasalamat dahil yung ating babae na Prime Minister, na si Julia Gillard, ay pinush talaga ito ng ipinush ng todo. So, 2011, nagkaroon na ng collective na dinisenyo na kung paano na papagandahin or mai-improve ang service. So, ito nag-focus na sa, okay, kailangan nila ng pondo. Kung may pondo, sino ngayon ang mamamahala? So, meron ng support coordinator. Dati kasi case manager ang tawag sa amin, disability case manager. Pero saglit lang din, maano lang ng services, ayan na, bahala ka na. Distribute lang. Tapos, ang choice and control nasa providers. Yes. Tinatawag noong panahon is block funding. So, yung funding ng asawa ko nakatali sa provider.
Wala sa inyo.
Wala sa amin. So, kung lilipat kami sa ibang state, mag-a-apply na naman kami. Mahirap. Hindi tulad ngayon, anywhere you go in Australia, naka-attach na sa iyo ang funding mo.
Wow.
So, it is now yung consumer choice and control na tinatawag, or participant's choice and control. So, ibinibigay na yung power sa inyo. You have the choice to kung sino yung service provider na dapat gusto mong puntahan. Pwede kang mamili. Ngayon, hindi tulad noon na yung malalaking team player, hindi ka nababanggitin yung mga malalaking organisasyon, dito sa Victoria. Dahil sila yung malalaki, iniisip ng gobyerno, okay, you are well established, you have your processes, you have your procedures, sa inyo namin ipapamahala itong funding ni Mr. and Mrs. etc. At Mr. and Mrs. etc. pumunta na kayo dito and then start receiving your services. So yun yung pagkakaiba nung noon at saka ngayon. So 2013, nung nag-materialize na, nabuo na yung NDIS Act 2013 at lahat nakasulat kung ano yung mga eligibility criteria, kung sino yung eligible, paano mag-access ng NDIS, at anong support ang pwedeng ibigay sa iyo, paano mo, ikaw na participant, ikaw na mayroong disability, pag sinabi mo na ito yung gusto kong support, dahil ito rin yung kailangan kong support. Ngayon, according to NDIS, kailangan nating ibigay or i-consider, So, yung NDIS Act, nakatali yan sa UN, sa yung United Nations.
Yes.
Wow. Isa tayo sa Australia, isang Australia sa nagtaas ng kamay na yes, magkukumit kami na pangangalagaan namin dito sa Australia yung mga taong may kapansanan. So tayo ay pumirma sa UN, sa United Nations, na papangalagaan nga natin ang mga taong may disability. At eto na, ipinanganak na ang NDIS Act 2013. It became a legislation. At eto na siya.
This is a labor.
Yes, labor.
Gusto ko yung masalis to. Because here's our labor.
Wow. Speaking of labor.
So, yeah, so...
labor initiative.
The labor initiative. So, we'll discuss that later on with our next guest habang nandito. Bibs, dito ka na, Bibs.
Yep.
So, just get another
I'll be up. Sir, kung malaking studio mo, Papa Melvin, sa akin din, lumiliit. Marami yung
we can merge everyone here because of the discussions that we got into. So, we'll have some meeting with after this, but again, this is a initiative of the Labor Government 2013, and our next guest will discuss it later on. So this is a good series of events actually, from MAFFIE to Miss Chrissy to our very special guest today, and let's pause for a moment for a little bit of advertising. Dito lang sa 7.9 FM Community Radio Filipinas Radio Program. Servisyo, totoo. Good vibes, Pilipinas. Boom!
Yes. Welcome aboard, Sir Steven. Congratulations. How are you, sir? Good morning. Thanks very much. I have to go to ML, so because I have a class at 8:30. So yeah. So before I go, so
providing financial security and happiness to all Filipino migrants in Australia by providing a one-stop shop for all the financial, business, and social needs. Sponsor of NONATO.
Also, MAFFIE, we have one of the Filipino aged care there's another one.
979 FM, a little station with a big sound.
And also
979 FM, the home of the West's best stereo.
Clarence has Boulevard down on street. That's the shop with the happy chicken on the roof. What's some of our happy chickens today? Phone them on 90684869.
Melton Chicken Stock is a delicious sponsor of 979 FM.
Next car service to the experts who care. Dalian Auto Service Center assures you the best job quality, value for money, and excellent customer service. Full service starting from $149 only. Book now. Sponsor of 97.9.
Melton's Hardwicks is the IDs. And today, 979 FM.
All right, we're back, and it's 8:31 in the morning. Time check. All right, Bibbs.
All right, guys, I have to go now because I have the class in Learner Sub. So, Bibo Santos here just saying, do acts of kindness and have faith in it. Basta organic, don't panic. So, bye, guys. God bless. Bye-bye.
Ayan, napapaalam na si Bibo, and also have a good weekend, Bibbs. All right, so catch up tayo. And Mayora, again, is in the Philippines enjoying her holidays with her family. So, Mayora, anytime you can call us down to greet the third anniversary special. Again, we're welcoming acknowledging the arrival of our third guest for today. So, I will never, kilala na siya ng station because he's the MP from Melton. So, Sir Honorable Steve McGhie, how are you?
Welcome, sir. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I know. You've been ready for some walk.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's a beautiful day out there and a great day to be out and about. So.
All right, so you can join our discussion. It's all about the NDIS first, and then later on we'll discuss. We'll discuss your win, a big win for the people of Melton. So and also you can explain further because he's been in the AMBO services for so long. How long?
I was a paramedic for 15 years, and then I was the secretary of the union for 23 years.
So he has certainly some knowledge about it.
Strong sense of community service as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. So, Ms. Chrissy, let's continue about the NDIS. Who are eligible for this?
Australians and residents who are 64 years and under, and how they can access this or request for support.
Yes.
Every local government area or council has got their local area coordinators
Yes.
or NDIS offices.
Right.
So all they have to do is Google them up where is the nearest NDIS or local area coordinators in my area, and then they will see the address and etc. They can go there in person or just download the access request form from the ndis.gov.au. The website is very tricky to navigate, but if you know what to ask Google, it will give you some answers. So access request form is one thing that you need to download, and then take this form, put all of your details, take this to your GP or your specialist. They need to sign some parts of it, submit it to your local area coordinator office or the NDIS office. Now in Melbourne Metro, we've got the Brotherhood of St. Lawrence, who is partnered up with NDIS as a local area coordinator. In regional areas it may not be Brotherhood of St. Lawrence. So do check your council. Council is a very good source of information. So give them a call. And here in Australia, what I love about Australia is the no wrong nor policy. And I apply that personally and professionally as well. So I would go out and about and then just research information for a person if I receive the query. However, if I can't, I will direct them to whoever can help them. And normally, the council is a very good resource and information.
All right. One tricky question. What if I applied for NDIS at the age of 63 and then going through 64 and 65? Can I still continue getting NDIS funds when I'm 65 and over?
Once you've been approved with an NDIS funding and support, it's yours for life.
Oh.
You're the only one who can discharge yourself out of the system or out of the funding. So there's another funding called My Age Care. If you apply for My Age Care, in Australia, we've got this no duplication of service and funding policy. So if you've got NDIS already supporting you with your day-to-day activities, support at home and support in the community, then it's best to stay with that funding. If you go with Age Care, it's a different funding stream altogether again. And you will have to relinquish the NDIS funding.
All right. So within the system of the NDIS, how do NDIS determine the needs of or how they fund
the
eligibilities? Yes.
Okay.
Because that's so tricky. So how can they assess the patient or how can they assess the applicant?
So one, you have to have a permanent disability, and these have to be diagnosed by specialists, either neurologist, neuropsychologist, a clinical psychologist, and pediatrician. Because there are sorry, my phone is making sound. So there are neonatal conditions or disabilities that appear as soon as you're born, like cerebral palsy, like autism, and all. Neurologists will determine or will assess or diagnose. There are disabilities that came after in your adulthood due to an accident, so acquired brain injury, more better than this, or any accidents due to amputations, etc. So that's a physical disability. So again, there are 3 types of disability that I can think of that is approved, that will get you a funding or support. Psychosocial disability, physical disability, and anything cognitive disability.
Cognitive, all right. So that's key. So that in case kung sa Pilipinas hindi niyo pwede makorapto to. You cannot really. You need some tests and examinations for you to get approved, or else. So wala talagang pwede mag-scam. So
because it's an insurance scheme, and in any insurance they need proof and evidence. I can, if I've got Down syndrome. Down syndrome, you can actually see, visually see that, that person's got Down syndrome.
For sure.
But without evidence and documentation to the NDIS,
you cannot get it.
You're not.
Okay.
They do need evidence.
So very strict, but very helpful.
Very
expression.
helpful, yes.
So yeah. So again, Miss Chrissy Borromeo here, one of our guests. So hindi pa naabot. I've got some shout outs here from Joel Belsara Ulban. Sabi, happiest New Year sa Kabos na Bicolano from Bicol region. Especially to my good friend Samuel Salilo. Ang sarap ng food na niluto mo kagabi. Wow! Mukhang inuman hungry. Getting hungry. So I have a good question to our honorable McGee. Have you been in the politics in 2013 before the NDI, when the NDIs have been put in place?
Yeah, no, I wasn't in politics in 2013. I was aware of the scheme that was being proposed and instigated by the Labor government. I think it's a fantastic scheme. Obviously, it's under review because they're, like all insurance schemes, they need to be reviewed, I think, on a regular basis because we need to improve some of the processes, some of the assessment regimes, but also the delivery of services and things like that needs to be improved. And of course, some of the things that have come out of the initial review is that there have been, with respect, some areas where probably some charging or costings have been overinflated. And I think that's an area that's under review also. But I think the scheme in general is a fantastic scheme. It's been certainly well needed for many, many years, no different to what we did with Medicare and things like that. It's a national scheme. It provides independence for people with disabilities, that they can get on with their life and have some support financially, but with the care of others supporting them, and also the equipment and the resources that they need to be able to have some sort of normality to their life. And I think it's a fantastic thing for individuals with disabilities, and I applaud people that work in this industry because it's a remarkable industry, because you're giving a new lease of life to people that require that.
True. And I'll have to brag, 2022, I was able to house 5 people with disability who became homeless. And NDIS has helped at some, at some level, because we do have the Office of Housing for, to assist in welfare services to assist. But having someone, a support coordinator like myself, orchestrate, one resources, another agency, put them, sit down together and this person needs a home as soon as possible because of their disability. They are really having difficulty and a lot of challenges in acquiring a roof over their head. How can we all help?
That's right. Can I just add one thing? Yes. About people with disabilities. There's a fine line between someone that doesn't have a disability and someone that may end up with a disability. Now, people can be born with some sort of disability, but certainly things like acquired brain injuries and things like that, workplace injuries, traffic accident injuries and things like that. As I say, there's a fine line where today I could be walking around normally without a disability or a diagnosed disability, and tomorrow be involved in an accident that leaves me with a life expanding disability that I may require some support from NDIS. So I think from everyone's point of view, it's an important scheme. We need it to work well. We need it to support the people that have the disabilities, and everyone, as I say, should be very supportive of it.
Yes, that's it. So what can you add more, Miss Chrissy? More sensitive, medyo dodgy sa NDIS, sa experience mo. What are those dodgy situations in the NDIS system?
It's not more of dodgy situation. It's more of sometimes people with disability think that NDIS is the answer to all of their problems. There are clinical conditions where, like diabetes, it's not funded by the scheme, and therefore your disability, because we've got the NDSS, the National Diabetes Scheme Services, maybe correct me if I'm wrong, who will fund blood check and etc. It's not covered by NDIS, but we do have people who are insisting, because of my disability, I need this support and etc. So it's more on education and training as well. People what is related to disability that NDIS is most happy to fund for, long as it's in your goal, it's written in your goal, and it's also linked to your disability. Then NDIS is 100% supportive in making your life easier and making your life be independent as much as possible.
I think, Ms. Christie, you hit the right word, to be independent. Because a lot of people think, oh, like, I've got this disability, the government should help me, it's their obligation. Yeah, true, it's, as a country, we need to look after our people, because we strongly believe, especially in the community service, any person, especially, or if you have living with a disability, you have the right to enjoy the same opportunities as everyone else, no questions asked. But sometimes, a lot of people think like, oh, I've got this one, but there's another element in the NDIS that apart if you have a disability, there's another clause that it has to significantly affect your daily living. And that is where NDIS comes in. It's not so much, we're spurging money here, left and right. It's actually to bring your quality of life up to speed. Yeah. So if you need support to, to be, so you don't get to be at least of isolation, because the minute you hit that, there's so many problems. For sure. So if we can support you now, I think that's the whole concept of the NDIS. If we can support you now, so you can be more independent, like say in the next 2 years. So that will ease the burden of the community. And at the same time, because we're promoting this one, we're advocating that one, people with disabilities becomes an active member of society. And I think that's the end goal of the whole thing.
Honorable Steve, have you seen something, maybe a big change with regards to the aged care and also NDIS, and maybe merging in the future? Have you seen it?
I'm not aware that they've been merging, but it's a federal issue, obviously, with aged care and NDIS. They're federal issues. Although the state runs some publicly run aged care facilities, I'm not aware of any merger, and that may be something that's on the agenda, but I'm not aware of it. But they're two, as Ms. Christie said before, two different areas of social services and things like that. And while someone might fall into the NDIS category, they may not fall into the aged care category, and vice versa. Yes. And there are different levels of provision for those categories of people. So I'd be surprised that they would be merged.
There's been rumors, but it's just rumors.
Yeah.
Because aged care is heavily clinical, and therefore Medicare and healthcare system who look after our aging population, and NDIS is more of the NDIS scheme.
All right, so good. At least it's so clear, especially to some queries, especially to our aged care people. That how can you avail on the NDIS? So it's just clear. If you have no permanent disability, then you cannot really apply for it. So,
and that's the thing; it has to be
permanent, yeah,
and lifelong.
So I have questions, sir, and ladies. So like say, Filipinos, we're really good in our basketball. We love doing basketball. And then you play basketball, you sprain your ankle. Oh, now I'm in disability. I cannot walk. It's on a cast. Can I apply for an NDIS?
It has to be assessed by your GP. So a strained muscle, it can be treated by a physiotherapist for, I suppose, maximum 3 months time, and you'll be able to walk again and then do basketball again, unless you've something really happened that you're amputated, then that's permanent disability.
So that's the thing. So at least it's all clear now. So Ms. Christie, by at your you're doing some consultancy at the moment, and also you have you have a company. How can we access you? How can we contact you?
Oh, I've got my website, CRISTINA-BORROMEO.com.au, and feel free to shoot me a message via that website. And yes, I do also do consulting for small to medium scale businesses, organizations who want to do NDIS business or want to be in the NDIS business, who's got the heart, because this is not an easy job.
For sure.
It has to come from the right place, and yes, so I'm most happy to help and assist, set up your business from getting an ABN, and I'm in partner with business lawyers, I'm in partner with NDIS tax accountants, and business accountants who can help you set this up. And also, I've got friends in the industry who can, audit you, auditors, and etc., and help you along the way. So, yeah.
It's a total package.
It's a total package because you can't just do one thing. If we want to do a business, it's not just setting up an ABN. It's more than that. More than that, definitely.
There you go. So we have got the right resource.
Yeah,
to make sure if you go with this endeavor, you become successful. And I think that's the whole idea.
You know what? I'm starting to bleed really.
Yes.
My nose is bleeding at the moment. So acknowledging the arrival of our fourth guest this morning, our UBS. So mamaya papakilala natin siya. And ang ganda ng discussion natin, napakaganda, napaka-educational. This is our third anniversary special. Nakaalis lang yung Bibo. And also si Mayora will call siguro mamaya-maya, nasa bakasyon siya. And she'll be calling us later on to just greet us for our third anniversary. Parang 3 years ago, dito lang kami sa studio na to. Actually, Steve was also an announcer here. And I think you've been doing Sundays before.
No, I did a couple of ones with some schools here.
Yeah.
Some homework club or whatever.
Yeah.
With Staunton College.
Yeah, Staunton College.
It was fantastic. It was really good. And I've been here a couple of times. I've been invited here a couple of times just for interviews.
Yeah. So we still have plenty of time. Actually, we still have 1 hour and 10 minutes actually. So what we're going to do is have some advertising for about 2 minutes. I'll fix all the camera for our Facebook and our social media people there. I think they have some questions as well. Let's see if they have.
Keep sending those questions.
Yes, if you have questions, we'll really answer your questions. And the thing is, we're just going to. I look back 3 years ago. We just, invited to visit here. They said, "Melton, can you come and visit?" Because at 97.4, the time was closing, and for bankruptcy and for funds, radio is really dying because of social media, and at least 97.9 is still alive. So if you were not very involved, you can stay at the still stay in the race. So you need to be the party to get it through. So I remember 3 years ago, we just invited. We didn't expect that after the venue tour is a signing of contract. So we're very lucky. 3 years ago again. Reminiscing those 3 years, and after that there's a pandemic. Oh, another one. So again, we're very lucky to have Papa George here. So madami kaming mga napagdaanan, and many info sessions as well with Johanna and Chrissy, and also sa mga iba't iba pang mga associations. So again, it's already 8:52. I'll cut for a little bit of advertising. Dito lang sa 7.9 FM Community Radio Filipino Australian program. Good vibes. Pilipinas. Boom!
Local station with a big sound.
Are you VCT? Are you afraid to smile? Then let Four Corners Dental assist you to display your most beautiful smile. A A smile can take you on a confident journey and improve your self-esteem. Let Four Corners Dental handle all your dental needs. Four Corners Dental, your local dentistry specialist, situated at Suite 3, 201 Ferris Road, Cobblebank Village. Phone now on 9994 0001 or book online. That's 9994 0001. Sponsors of this station.
Immigration lawyers, professionally equipped with extensive experiences, knowledge of Australian immigration laws and procedures. We ensure you get into the right path and will tackle discriminating application. They thoroughly analyze and evaluate circumstances for each client and always look for the best available approach. Hence, why wait? Avail now and say yes to our service, which will open doors to you. Closer, 97.9 FM.
Index Bus why not book 979 FM's outside broadcast bus today? To find out how, contact 979 FM sponsorship coordinator on 9747 0450 or email advertise at 979fm.com.au. 979 FM, serving the community. This is 979 FM.
FILIPINO offers a wide range of superior house assemblies and other quality products from leading industrial suppliers. We are your one-stop shop for high-pressure hydraulics and a wide variety of fluid conveying products. FILIPINO is here to support you all year round, 24/7. We bring peace of mind to your maintenance activities worldwide. Sponsor 979 FM.
Ayan, we're back on track. Again, Honorable Steve McGhie is in. Miss CRISTINA, BORROMEO, and MAFFIE VILLARBA is in again. Announcing the arrival of our last guest for this morning for this third anniversary presentation, Miss JOHANNA NONATO. So I would like to introduce her first. So she's the CEO of the BridgeAus Migration Consultancy here and also in the Philippines. I think she's going to expand in Indonesia and Malaysia and somewhere else.
If I could clone myself, yes.
And she's a newly pledged lawyer here in Australia. So congratulations, Miss JOHANNA, BERTUMEN, one of the friends of Good Vibes Filipinas. Yeah. So welcome, JOHANNA.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to everyone. Thank you for inviting me. Happy anniversary.
Yes, thank you very much. Welcome to the studio. So first time.
First time. I'm always online.
I know. So
yeah.
It started because of the pandemic until I think lately we still have just one to three people in the studio. So now they lifted the restrictions, so we can have a concert here.
Yeah.
Actually, so bands will come down to perform. So here in the studio too, the green room. So we'll do some jamming session with Steve soon. Yeah. And some of the Filipino Australian bands that would like to perform here live, not just on air, but live in social media as well. So yeah. So I think some of the brief and some important things in the NDIS have been discussed by Ms. Queasy as well, and also MAFFIE. So beforehand, we go to Ms. JOHANNA. I would like to congratulate this person. So he's a very hardworking person. Actually, he's not a politician. He's a servant. I saw him as a he's a servant of the community because he's everywhere. So he's everywhere, even holidays. He's everywhere in Melton. So again, congratulations, sir, for winning the recent elections. He's Honorable Steve McGhie, Cabinet Secretary for Health again.
Cabinet Secretary, not Parliamentary Secretary.
Parliament.
Cabinet
Secretary. Yeah. So member of Melton. He's our very own kasangga ng mga Pilipino. So kumbaga, he loves the Filipino. So yeah, thank you very much, Steve. How is it? Can you give us some delightful stories?
Yeah, thanks, Melvin. And again, happy anniversary. Your third year, and I remember 3 years ago. So I was in office then, my first term in Melton. Look, firstly, I just want to thank the voters of Melton in supporting me and re-electing me for the next 4 years, and we've got a lot to deliver over that 4 years. Obviously, the commencement of the build of the new Melton Hospital will start towards the end of next year, and we're going to have removal of 3 level crossings. We have a little crossing just outside this building here, and that starts this year. And again, new Melton Railway Station, a TAFE college to be built in 2024. And a number of schools. Brookfield Primary School will commence building this year to be open next year. Thorn Hill Park Primary School will open at the start of the school year this year.
Big families now.
Big families, growing communities, and we're just going to try and keep up with the infrastructure build. And that's my agenda over the next 4 years, is not only to have these things built and continue to build new facilities for the Melton community, but also to provide services that go with these facilities, and improve transport services such as the internal bus service and the train services and things like that, but also social services. We have an Orange Door facility now down at the Western Base, which is for family violence and things like that, mental health services. These are all things that we've got to work on and continue to work on. And my background in health and ambulance, and of course working within the ambulance union for such a long time, you see why there's a need for improved services. And we're just talking about the NDIS, and as we said, it's a fantastic scheme, fantastic service, dedicated people that work in that industry. It's amazing what those people do, what the carers do and the support workers do. And we've got to do that right across the board. Health, social services, just supporting our community members. And that's my agenda for the next 4 years, to try and do that. And I'll work every day on that throughout.
I know. That is nice, so nice. You work on it every day. So guys, Melton is the place to be.
Yeah, I actually wanted to buy a house here now with your agenda.
Actually, it's the place to be as well for your real estate.
Well, it's interesting you say that, John, because there was quite a nice article in the papers the other day about buying homes within the outer areas of Melbourne, which included Melton. And the main reason why Melton was such a place to go and buy a place was because of the infrastructure build that is starting to happen. And I'm pleased to say that. And look, Melton's growing. I think 7,000 people are moving into Melton every year.
For sure.
50 to 60 babies born a week.
Our
population by 2030 will be 250,000. And by 2050 will be over 450,000. So that's how rapidly it's growing. So my advice is get in and buy a house now, because it could be quite expensive in the future.
Yeah, it's expensive now, because I missed the boat. During the time I was with Western Base, like 2-3 years ago, it was still cheaper.
We had the right timing in that year, so.
But by comparison, it's still very
low, compared
to
the other side.
And nowadays, people used to view Melton as being a long way out of the city. I mean, it's 31 kilometres from the city. Our public transport's quite good. That will improve even more so.
We have the wines as well, the best wines in
the best wines. Lovely. Yeah,
the best wines in the city.
So I mean, it is a place for where people now, I don't think, are burdened by the fact that it's 31 kilometres from the city. The other agenda item over the next 4 years is to create local jobs. And there's industry moving in. Plus, when you look at a hospital being built, which will create 4,000 jobs, a TAFE college, which will create many jobs, many jobs. All these new schools that are being built, the level crossing removals and things like that, all that construction work is creating jobs all the time, and hopefully people can stay local rather than have to travel in towards the city for work.
Imagine if that's the case, then you need how many classrooms for preps after 6 years?
Well, let me tell you, we opened
we
opened Strathtower Primary School last year. I think they started with 728 kids. They went up to 790, likely to go to 1,100 this year. But their first year in opening, they had 210 preps, which is 10 prep classes, which is enormous.
And next year,
so that issue is growing all the time for us right across the electorate. So we can't build schools fast enough.
For sure. So it needs more research and more, more we call it thinking. If we're going to just think inside our own box, then we couldn't solve any problem at all. So we need to really catch up very grateful that I'm here in Melton and you're doing great. Actually, Steve, we're very, very thankful that the Filipino-Australian community is very thankful for your support. Well, especially for the Gawad Kalinga. And actually, we've supported MAFFIE on his drive, on his aged care club.
Yeah.
He's been the Santa Claus for giving all those charity works that Melton Council gave us lately. So since there's less number of victims, we gave him some gifts for the aged, for the elderly. So you thank him.
Yeah, I've seen all those donations from the Melton Council. It's just we're very grateful that the community have had all those grants. And I wasn't expecting that it was going to be big until that this group is giving me the highlight that this is the big band. You can give it to the community. And I was like totally shocked. And the community really needs those spirit of Christmas because they are this elderly that doesn't have any disability, but they couldn't do anything, just staying home and watch TV.
Yes.
So I've been visiting their places every now and then and just trying to check what do they need. And I'm very lucky that I have these ladies that I can catch on with and then give them some feedback or communicate with them and see how they can help with the team. And the only concern that my elderly right now is how could they have an activity? Like an elderly that they live in their place, but how could they keep them going? That's a big main problem they're facing now, that no one in their family is been, looking after them because they're living by their own.
I can answer to that.
Yeah.
You know what? In Melton website, there's so many trainings, events that you can look under. Actually, lately, I think 2 months ago, we had a first aid and CPR training for just $20.
Oh.
Courtesy of the Melton Council. It was, I think it cost us about $500 for one training in CPR. Now they just paid $20 for
I think also Melton City Council are very good in regard to supporting community groups and things like that. And obviously they have many grants and other things that they fortunately hand out to different groups. But also the state government has availability of grants and things like that and support. So there can be a specific event that you want to organise that may attract a grant, and I can work with you on that. We can look at those sorts of things because again, aged care, we want to keep people involved. We don't want to isolate those at their home and forget about them. No, they're elderly, just put them over there and leave them there. Yeah. We don't want to do that. We want to keep them involved. So we need to create things and activities and things like that. And again, local councils such as Melton City Council and state government and federal government have avenues to try and provide activities or grants to provide activities, and I'm happy to work with you on that.
Thanks, sir.
And I'm planning to have a Filipino multicultural office.
Yes, correct.
Very soon.
Wow, in Melton.
In Melton, especially in Melton Council, so that we have a special voice and strength, especially on assisting and supporting these needies.
Actually, they're online and they're just watching us out. How does the conversation become? It's like, I think I'm in the right path, and who's these people? Because I was been doing this community service before pandemic. And when tragedy happens, if you remember that we have a group of Filipino died for accident in, like just 2 couples died and then they lived 18 years old children behind. So I worked with it and we raised 50,000, but I could not do that one within the community. Even everyone is just helping us to promote all those things.
I think I can help you with your organizational
Yes.
structure on that.
Okay.
I'm happy to collaborate.
Thank you, Chris.
Sir, a few weeks back you were the Santa Claus.
Oh, yes.
Now you're on the receiving. Now we have so many Santa Clauses. So it only happens in good vibes, Philippines.
Yes.
The Santa Claus motive is just funny because it came from them. They said, we want you to wear Santa Claus because we want to have a spirit. And this is a very small action that they want me to do. So I managed to make it 35 houses for one day. And then I'm loaded after that. Feeding it.
And this is through Gawad Killing Australia with Marisa and the team. So Gawad Killing Australia is really devoted to help the Filipino multicultural community. That's why we get some awards cards.
Wow, that's good.
So
Maybe your community, those who are very active, can probably help us collaborate. So
Yes.
gives them also, the time to help and purpose.
I have a lot of to send it to you because these are people that I couldn't answer because I'm not in the skill. But if you guys are gonna help me, then there's somebody who can mediate them and guide me how to go through with it.
actually, we have really a good network here at the moment. I have we call it high caliber guests at the moment. And before I started with migration with Johanna, my advocate as well as in the Philippines is to spread awareness about disabilities, because we're in the Philippines, we're really very we call it vintage on disability. We're really very behind because instead of helping our disabled people, we're still antagonizing, discriminating. It's so hard, and it should start in the community, in the municipality, in the barangays, in the barrios, in the provinces. So we'll start maybe in the bottom or in the cities. So if my business within DIS as well will grow, I can invite Chrissy and through the migration as well to start up a talk with the government on how disability scheme needs to be run into place with regards to the United Nations.
And like I said, when NEIS started, it started with inquiries.
I know,
So people
awareness.
just put ideas and said, you know what, this is what we need. This is what we're lacking of.
Mhm.
And maybe government you can help us, and maybe we can start writing it down as well, and identify gaps. There are, like what Steve said, Melton City Council, because I used to work here in Melton City Council. Melton is very good in creating activities, community activity groups, engaging people like yourself, and funds are left, right, and center. We just need to connect, and there is there, Steve, is there still a grant writing? There should be a grant writing.
There is,
Yes,
on
in
February.
Melton, there you
February.
go.
So we'll attend to that. It's February 17th.
It's very helpful.
So we'll do that. I'll give you the details, MAFFIE. So
And it will open opportunities because you're creating an activity for communities, and that's very favorable,
And the other thing is, because I was connected with pharmaceutical, I've been working with Black Morris, and some of this pharma mass bikers helping Melton to give some supplementary every year. So last Australia Day, they gave me 1 ton of supplementary already. So I give it for free for everyone.
And I'll give you another tip: philanthropic funding.
Oh, okay. Oh, good. I haven't done my research yet because I just recovering the group and try to understand what their needs are.
Yeah.
And you cannot just action straight away without reviewing everything what really needed and what's the urgency. Yeah. And then I'm very glad. I'm very thankful that you guys are coming here. And I was excited last time. I was like, oh, thank you for inviting me with this group. They are a very excellent team that I could collaborate with.
Yeah, it's an anniversary.
Yes.
We do things.
I think we should have anniversaries every month.
Yeah.
Monthly.
Actually, in the near future, since the studio is open, so we have some good inquiries. We have a good platform as well in Facebook, YouTube, and on Twitter. That people can just ask us questions even though we're live. You know what I mean? It's another two-way mode of communication, of interaction between the guests and and listeners as well. They're really into the what if into the situational queries instead of just the basic ones, because sometimes each situation is unique. So that's why we have this portal, we have this platform. And luckily, as I said, we're very, very thankful as well for our fans. We have 10,000 followers in Facebook now. Salapi! Kailangan namin makakuha kami ng salapi sa Facebook para makapagano din kami ng konting charity. Siyempre, puro naman charity yan. And also to get some, high-tech equipment as well. We need to really evolve. Because if we we didn't use this devices, this equipment, we weren't able to, you know, to compete. So ayun. So again, thank you for a very quick notice. Sabi ko, Maffie, pwede ka bukas? Yes. Steve was already there for about 2 weeks ago, and then si kapatid na Chrissy and si kapatid Johanna, kapatid, pwede ka ba bukas? Are you okay for tomorrow? I said, yes.
I was a bit confused. What's my capacity there?
So
What do I do there?
She was asking about, do you want me to be a lawyer or just a migrant migration agent, or you want to be a mother, stage mother or something? We'll start with a migrant agent and with
Where did you say? Am I a business coach? Am I
that's why.
An advocate?
That's why I said.
Papa Melvin, you know very well, inside the studio, we still have like 2 available mics.
Yes.
So you can wear your other mic.
Oh, we have to move to a different mic.
I think we need to cut off the corner soon so that we can expand more.
Oh.
Yeah. There's another NDIS access. Wow. Yeah. So
Can I ask
Yes.
a question?
Yes.
Just from a migration point of view, we've heard a lot in the news about the hold up on visas and things like that. And I know Andrew Giles, a federal member, has done a hell of a lot of work and certainly cut down the delays in a lot of the visas. And I'm just wondering, in your experience, how's all that happening and how's it all going? And we get a lot of inquiries through my office about the delay in visas being approved. And it can be a whole range of different types of visas. So I was just wondering how it was all going and if you've seen any improvements and what needs to be done, what more needs to be done, I suppose.
It has definitely improved in the past few weeks or even months when they have announced it. So it has moved. All these applications that have been there for a long time, they have been granted, they have been decided on. Dealing with the department for almost 10 years now, when they announce something, it gets implemented on the current applications or the new applications that has been launched. Any old ones stays in the bucket. So the old ones that have been launched before might still be there, but the new ones, like we've launched, there's an invitation, there's a process there, but the ones that we've launched a month ago has been approved. So I think when they invest on something, it's only from that time until, or maybe in the past 1 to 3 months of applications, but all the rest would stay there. Yeah, the improvement that I've seen is
there a reason for that? They just don't get to them, or what's the reason?
I'm not sure how they structure it. It's just that from my experience, it's always like that. Only the new ones gets treated very well. The old ones stays there. Yeah, so the improvement that I've seen is that even Sundays I get grants. They work. I can feel that there are more resources, and they really want to decide on things right away. Like, for example, if they ask for additional documents, it's usually 28 days before, you have 28 days. Now they say, no, it's 7 days. Give it to me now, because I wanted to decide. Yeah, which is really good. It's really good for the people who have launched recently, but not so good with the people who have launched beforehand.
Thank you.
Can I ask a question?
Oh, yeah, sure.
In my group in the community, I still have as well students.
Yes.
Like overseas students. How could you help them? Like now that the demands in Australia is really high, that we don't have people at all because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
How could you help them to bridge their application to, like being permanent instead of the students?
All right.
Like the process that one.
Okay. So we have helped many students to go into the pathway for PR, to become permanent residents. It all depends on a case-by-case basis. Are they nurses? Are they social workers? Because you work in the community, they might be in those roles anyway. If they're in the health field, it's usually faster for them to get invited.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because these other people have like IT background, but
Yes.
they work in a hospital for elderly, but these things are not being, they don't know like how they're gonna be doing the pathway. And I think, like having you in here. I can recommend you a lot of people that can.
Yeah, I'm
For
happy
sure.
to. I'm happy to help you. Like everyone's helping you with social service, and I was like, okay, how can I help? So I can help you with that. All these networks that you have in your community, I can go there. If you have an event, I'll just tell them how it's what's the pathway, what's this.
I'll get organized one, and then you can invite everyone who can just like directly discuss with you the issues.
Yeah.
Because right now, I just feel a lot of coming in as like, hang on, that's not my skill to answer. I need somebody like you guys.
Or we could get another info session.
Yes.
Live stream.
Yeah.
Invite the FASCO, invite all the Pilipinas and Melbourne people to patch in. If they have queries, then patch it up. Even though they're at home. So
yeah, they don't have to
easy,
go to
easy.
And that would, I think, help the demands of Australia, I think, because we are the resources, they are already here. So how could you invite them? How could you like keep moving with them to go into that path?
Yeah, so some of them, if they have the direct path to permanent residency, if they have the points, if they have the nominated occupation, then we go straight to that. But if not, they can be sponsored by the hospitals as well on the work visa. Or if not, they can also, there's this visa now called it's been 2 years now, the 408 COVID stream visa. So even people, so I've helped clients who are on a tourist visa. They're on a visitor visa. They don't have work rights. But if they get a letter of offer from an aged care facility that's funded, Commonwealth funded, they can convert their visa into a 408 visa. Then they will have full work rights for a year.
Wow, that's too easy.
Yes, instead of studying, and that's a lot of money.
For sure.
Just to add to Johanna's point that she raised, all governments, federal, states, I know in Victoria here, are trying to attract people from overseas for things like aged care and health care and things like that. So if people are trained up in those areas and seeking to come to this country and want to stay in the country with permanent work, the opportunity is great right now. And governments are competing against each other, all the state governments are competing against each other. So they're trying to attract people. So please come to Victoria and stay in Victoria and hopefully have permanent work.
Yeah.
Before they're just looking for some good looking people.
That's why they got you.
Free NPR.
MAFFIE, sir, do you know what office works there putting their calendars on sale? I think you need to you need to start plotting dates. Okay, so this one for this community, for our elderly one, for the those looking for support. I think you should get one of that state after our
biggest calendar.
Yeah, please, and then get a business card holder.
That's the part of this thing, because like in my background, I'm doing the change management in Blackmores. Now I'm doing the committee, but I was like, what are you doing? I'm trying to get skills, but I don't know which I have to in, because I need people to put in. But I think that's your job. You're putting everyone in there, then what implement it. I was like, because I said like it's a different kind of views for me from the farmer background. So he said like, yeah, management is just going to be easy for you to handle.
No, you're still going to join Good Vibes Filipinas as well.
I think every weekend you will have, we're going to have an activity.
The admin and all that, we really need MAFFIE. So formally, so yeah.
I can give you IT as well.
Yeah. So everything that we need. We'll have to just have some breather. That's fantastic. Ito lang. Sa 9.9 FM radio, Filipinas Running Problem. Good Vibes, Pilipinas. Boom!
Whoa.
Yeah.
Time 979 FM.
And it's on us, my
It brings up the city much more out. There's a whole thing to discover, enjoy, and much more in the city of Melton. Download and much more today from Apple iTunes or Google Play. Melton City Council, the sponsor of 979 FM.
Become a member or subscriber of 979 FM today by phoning 9747 0450 during business hours or phone 9747 8500 after hours. Support 979 FM today.
Hi, I'm Brent from the Saturday Morning Sweets. Hello, this is Club.
This is Bob Turner from Beat Street.
Hi, this is Tim from the Hermit Club in the Friday Hour Show.
Radio with personality 979 FM.
Breaking news, Explosion Bar and Bowl is now open. Explosion Bar and Bowl is located at 125 Bakery Square. It has 10 lanes for 10 enrollment, 8 arcade games, a pool room, functional facilities for all your party requirements for both kids and adults, a full functional bar together with a kitchen that will look after your appetite. Explosion Bar and Bowl is open every day from 10 a.m. till late.
Proud sponsor of 979 FM.
Hi, I'm Don Barnes.
Hello, I'm Johnny Chester.
Hello, I'm Deborah Conway.
Hi, from Radio 979 FM.
Just getting in contact.
MOV Group, are in the business of providing financial security and happiness to all Filipino migrants in Australia by providing a one-stop shop for all the financial business and social needs. Sponsor, let's have a sponsor.
Yes. Everyone is watching and they're live with this name. Finally,
Book your next car service to the experts who care. Relief Auto Service Center, Sui's Villa, best quality. 5 customer service. Full service starting $149. Book now. Sponsor 97.9.
Ayan, we still have to read some shout-outs. Okay, marami tayong mga shout-outs ngayon. Sabi, Diyos maray na daw sa kapos na Bicolanas, sa bilog na kinaban. Hello to all the good vibes this morning. Boom! It's been a while. Happy New Year, sabi ni Modesto Trillado. And then, waiting, ano pa na to si kapatid? Okay, also happiest New Year sa kapos na Bicolano, especially good vibes, Samuel Cirilo. Hello, I'm Stefan from Germany. I have been a girlfriend and still wonder why. You only have songs in your charts. From YouTube to, loko to, Stefan. German wife daw siya. Okay, so yeah, shout out to Stefan. How are you, Stefan? From Germany. All right. I'm not in Germany. Anyways, so go back to track. Okay, so time check is already 9:25 in the morning. It's been a very constructive educational discussion. Hindi ko alam kung paano natin na-mix itong konting na to. Parang kailangan...
We're just warming up, sir. We need to extend until like 11:30.
Yeah, our program.
4 hours. Actually, they were asking me if I can accommodate the other 2 hours. But I told them I need another. And if Papa George can assist me on the next 2 hours of the airing, then we can do 6 to 8. Saan ka makakakita? In your being an announcer, 4 hours of airing straight be given to you. And it's a Saturday morning. Before, when it was like the darkest hour, it was like 8 to 10 in the evening. It was given to us Thursday. Okay, you start up with Thursday. Just like the neophytes. And start up with the thriller, or the horror movies. And now you're in the morning vibes from 6 to 8 in the morning. And now they're asking me to really get into 4 hours. Anyways, let's look at the net.
A little bit of trivia. Do you know that every time we go on air, whether it's on the radio or on Facebook Live, we have an idea, but we don't really have a script.
There's no script.
It's just like good vibes, and then from there, this one topic, you end up with this topic, and you end up with that topic. And I think
you end up with food.
Yes, any episode is never complete without food.
Ako naman, can I have ask a question to the good vibes team? Yeah, so it's been 3 years, right? So can you tell us about your journey? What were the challenges that you had and how did you resolve them?
I came on board towards the end at the start of pandemic because I do
community service. I work in disability support. I am with a non-for-profit organization. But what we saw in my day job is that, especially with people with disability, very early on, because we have no idea how long, March 2020, how long will this be, like a 4-week thing? So no one knows. So it came to a point in disability support, at least in what we saw in our experience, the importance of just getting engaged. Just get people engaged, our participants engaged. Because we felt that if they become isolated, that will spiral to a lot of things, and that is more difficult to handle. And when Papa Melvin asked me, George, can you join us, please? I said, yes, because I felt this is our way. Because everyone was within kilometers on, that's it. And we felt like engagement. Yeah, we need to have that thing. We need to get people engaged. If our Saturday 7 until 9 gig is 2 hours worth of fun, good vibes talk in the middle of all this uncertainty, I think we've done our part. That's how it started. And I think during that time, we were very conscious to give everything a positive spin. So like say, okay, you're within 5 kilometers on, but we talk about gardening. Now we talk about like arts and crafts. Now we talk about quality time. We were highlighting that. And I think we kind of
and then next consulate services as well. And then with Diana, with the background, how to become, and then with Chrissy as well, we were invited for the NDIS and mental health. With regards to mental health, and we have police officers as well.
We even have group of doctors
as well
to do information about vaccination, especially for those elderly. And we have, I think, a specialist group vaccination, especially for women, which is a separate
pregnant as well. Yeah, and we had these youth programs because. Those youth are being neglected. We didn't know that they have a big problem. There are so many. There's statistics of suicidal teenagers at that time that we really didn't really taken care of because they thought their education will stop, and then they only depend on their friends. And since they have family violence, they don't want to cooperate with the families. They wanted to go with their friends, talk to their friends much, and then, been into a very bad websites, very bad influential websites. So I think we've done.
That was one of the challenges. How do you filter misinformation from trying to hopefully get the correct information out there? And I think one of the things that we saw Papa Melvin, one of the challenges would be there's so many, Filipinos, we have so many groups here. So many groups trying to do exactly the same, support the community. But questions on how. So I think we were proud. We were not saying we were the only one, but I think we managed.
We're the ones to get
tied together,
collaborated with them because they have no resources to convey the message, to spread awareness, or to even give information. So what we did is to get all of the, for example, all of the resources that they wanted to do. Okay, give it to us. We'll give it to the right path, to the right avenue. It started with the Gawad Kaling in Australia, as well with Kofovi before, and the 5D humanitarian. MAFFIE was with the 5D humanitarian before, and it started with the bushfires. So we have common friends in the East Gippsland area. They're really devastated there. Their haciendas.
And I was surprised. We had listeners coming all the way from Sydney, Perth, UK. We also
have so many.
Middle East. We even had a author that came from Middle East. Remember? So that was a big one. It's very interesting and sometimes a little bit. I just cannot imagine the responsibility that Melvin would have during that time. Because, okay, we're attracting now an audience. Obviously, there comes a responsibility. So I don't want to be on Melvin's shoe. That's a big shoe to live in. and somehow you wing it, and now we're up to what? 10,000? Because I think during that time, we barely hit 2,000.
3,000. We really need to collaborate with some influencers as well in the US to get to the 10,000. They're looking for that how Good Vibes Filipinas was working. They thought we're just a social media people, influencers, but when they saw, oh, Melvin has gathered awards, Mayora has been awarded as well. So what is the secret? So I thought, at first, I think this platform is for us is the most effective way of serving the community, not just the Filipino, but also the multicultural community. That you have nothing to lose. You just talk and talk good things.
And I think one of the biggest challenges, or we kind of survive that challenge or overcome that challenge. We had the luxury of getting the consul.
Yeah, mandap.
I think multiple times.
Multiple times.
So do it once, probably. Oh, we're lucky. I think Melvin kind of got his charm with his like baby face and like charming smile. But to get deputy consul mandap a few times after that one, just proved that I think we were doing something right.
Yeah.
And we have that.
We even have a program for international students. That we have a weekly program for international students for them to you facilitate this. We'll just go into supervise. So they do the talking. We'll just supervise how to become be responsible journalists or responsible influencers, so that they have fun, share your ideas, share your experiences, help each other, work together, and then that's not we call it pioneer, because we can do anything. Nothing to do at lockdown for 9 months. There's nothing to do. You're sitting at home.
And it's amazing how many good people are there, except that they just don't know, okay, I want to help, I want to contribute, I just don't know how. And I think Good Vibes, our platform, kind of paved that way. Yeah?
Until now, we still have face-to-face. We're still peer-to-peer counseling. So I am very proud that I've changed lives on advices that I did. I've contributed. I shared my experiences to the international students, suicidal students.
That was tough.
Unfortunately, we had tough times. I think we had two who really. Lately, we have one. Hindi ko nakausap din. Parang responsibility dapat nakausap ko ng taon to. So she talagang kinitig niya pakamatay siya. And lately lang yung sabihin. And sad, really sad, kasi she should have been given help. Di ba dapat nabigyan natin siya ng help? But mental health is really, really important. Sabi mo nga, kung nakikinig kayo, if you need someone to talk to, call me, text me, I'll call you. I'm ready to listen. Papa George is here. Chrissy is here.
Reach out.
Chrissy is now partners in this advocacy. If you can go to the MP, to our dear Honorable MCGHIE, he is very ready to help whatever you need. So andito rin si MAFFIE, and also sa lahat ng mga si Mayora, and also Gawad Galing Australia is there to help you. Sabihin nyo lang, if you need someone to talk to, please talk. Okay, don't do it by yourself. Just say something to your friends and to us kung meron man. Yun ang lagi namin sinasabi sa namin, sa programs namin. Kasi maybe one time you can change one life. So it's a very sad thing na may nakalusot eh. So parang kami na it really hurts us kasi napakarami namin nakausap, and hopefully yun pala may makakalusot pa sana namin sa watch namin. And again, we're very, very thankful for the support of hindi lang sa BMC. We have so many grants na we applied, and they've given us the grants. we are very responsible for the money of the government. We really give it to the needies. Money is nothing. Meron din kang trabaho. Hindi namin kailangan ng pera. So we just need to really send assistance to help to those who are in need. So din ang good vibes Pilipinas. Ano lang kami, very emotional lang kami kasi may nakalusot talaga. And sabi ko tayo anniversary pa naman.
Yeah, if you ask us about challenges, we like to do as much. We can only do as much, I think, like everyone else. And me, why do I travel all the way from Bingham here early in the morning? Because I know I'm surrounded by really passionate people.
And also, like, we're very thankful to our family, my wife, and the kids, for the support. Because this is a voluntary job. You know, masama lang talaga yung may nakaalusot na mga bata, yung mga, you should have saved their lives. I mean, that's the most challenging. Split ano lang. If we have the time to talk to them, siguro buhay pa sila ngayon. So, again, if there is someone who needs to talk to, give time. Kung hindi nyo kaya, send someone. So, andito kami sa Good Vibes Pilipinas. Ayan.
Reach out. And I think this is the time we need to have a quick break for our sponsors. Yes.
All right, thank you. Si Johanna kasi.
Okay. Before you go on a quick break, we've been emphasizing that mental health is very important.
Yes.
So please, there are also other services like Beyond Blue.
Beyond Blue.
Lifeline.
Yes.
Let's utilize that. And it's also hard. I know it's hard for you being the receiving end of that phone
Yes.
call or not having that
phone call.
And it will sit with you for a while. So please come and speak to me anytime.
Yeah,
Because we do need to look after yourself
Yes.
in a matter of debriefing or even, counseling. So look after yourself. We need you. You've got a very good platform here. You've provided voices to everyone, Filipinos and also other multicultural backgrounds.
Yes.
So we need you to be well. And if you also need assistance,
Yes, for sure.
Everyone in this table would, just reach out.
I will.
And also, before the break, this is where you can see the passion. Kita niyo, di ba? Ito ang very passionate talaga Good Vibes Philippines. And you see all the emotions here. It's really about helping the community.
So anything that to do with mental health, as well as the state government, the local government, the federal government, anything there that you can share as a resource for us?
Yeah, sure. And I think just seeing the passion that's just come through in the last few minutes is amazing. It's not hard to help people. It's not hard to listen to people. The state government obviously has put in a lot of funding to try and provide improved mental health services and expand mental health services. That's not easily done with trying to find mental health experts and workers within that industry to try and cover all parts of the state. But we'll continue to inject more funding into mental health services because obviously it's one of the biggest things that have occurred out of the pandemic. But one thing that I would say, and I've always been an advocate, and that is that negative news is bad news. And, we need to look at the positives of whatever, whether it's out of the pandemic or just day-to-day life. And rather than look back, we need to look forward. We can't change yesterday. We can learn by it. But what we can change is today and tomorrow. And we just have to keep on that positive treadmill of just keep giving positive words to people and supporting people and listening to them. And I know it's in my work. A lot of my work is just about letting people tell you their story. People want to let you know what's happening for them. I don't give advice, but I might be able to assist them in different avenues that can improve their situation. But I think the important thing is, I have people ring and leave messages, I want the MP to give me a call. I ring them back and I say, I didn't expect your call. And I said, well, why did you ring and leave a message and say you wanted me to ring you? Of course I'm going to ring you. So, and to them, that was the most positive thing that happened to them that particular day. Whether it's an MP or not, big deal. But, so for me, it's about sharing, caring, making sure that we use the positives, making sure that we move forward and not backwards. We learn by what we did yesterday, but we can't change yesterday. We can definitely change tomorrow, and we can change people's lives. And I think this collective here and what you do, and you've proven over the last 3 years of what you've done, you help many, many people be engaged. You help many, many people with their mental health situations. And we all have mental health situations at different times of our lives. And I congratulate you for the work that you do.
Thank you very much.
All
So
right.
now, time for a quick break.
Yeah, but Mayora said, pwede namin, okay si Mayora. Mayora? Ayan, she's in the Philippines at the moment. Tawagan natin si Mayora.
So now we do not have a script here. We just go see what happens.
Hey, May, how are you? You're on air and live in Good Vibes Filipinas Facebook. How's the holidays?
Good morning, Good Vibes Filipinas. I'm in the Philippines right now, and I lost my voice because I've been eating a lot of halo-halo.
Yeah, happy 3rd anniversary, Beshi.
Happy 3rd anniversary.
Johanna is here.
Hello, May.
Hello. Piniyak niya ako. That she knows what we're doing here.
Yes. It's good to be part of Good Vibes Filipinas. We've gone through a lot of hard work, I think, for the past 3 years, and kudos to all of us. So, we're a growing family, which is a good thing. And yeah, I mean, unwavering support from the community, and of course, unwavering and steadfast commitment of the Good Vibes Filipinas team, especially you, Papi. So, congratulations to all of us, and looking forward to a more fruitful 2023 for the team.
Oh, good. You stay safe. Kailan ka babalik?
I'll be back. I'll be leaving the Philippines on the 10th because I'll be spending a couple of days in Singapore.
Wow.
And then be back on the 16th.
Good.
So I'll see you guys soon.
Oh, good. Salubong namin, ha? So, Honorable Steve McGee is here as well. So,
Hi, Steve.
Hi,
Thank
yeah.
you for all your support.
It's a pleasure.
Look at you guys. I was watching the
Facebook.
podcast on Facebook, so I can see Steve, Johanna,
Chrissy.
I can see.
Si MAFFIE as well. MAFFIE is our full-fledged admin manager with Vibes Philippines. And Papa George. Yeah. All right, I'll let you go.
Stay safe.
Stay safe, Mayora.
Sure.
All right.
Bye.
Okay, sige, pakalastas muna tayo.
Okay.
Dito lang sa 7.9 FM Community Radio. Philippines Radio Program. Good Vibes, Pilipinas.
Boom!
We'll just have some
Any state government concerns, please contact my office on 9743 9825 or visit us at 3 Alexandra Street, Melton, between the hours of 10 and 5. I look forward to working with all members of our community. Proud sponsor 979 FM.
Radio with personality, 979 FM.
World War II vet, Norman Shaw.
Put it this way, if it wasn't for the Salvation Army blokes during the war, I reckon we would have had a very poor time. They certainly did a lot of good work up there. Very wonderful. They were there all the time.
You can give hope where it's needed most. Please give to the Red Shield Appeal at salvos.org.au or call 13 Salvos now.
Are you wondering if Facebook is that American book online, Pocketbook is that Australian book online, and also printed? See pocketbooks.com.au, Pocketbook P-U-B-E-Z-Y, that's PBS. Or just read your delivered printed pocketbook. That's Pocketbooks, your go-to local hub clothes, street directory, and tourist guide. See 979 FM's program under radio stations. Proud sponsor of 979 FM. Are you feeling groovy? Miss today's a bandstand, the Go Show, uptight and commercial? Well, tune in, turn up and dig it. Only on a Saturday morning between the hours of 10 to 12. It's a groovy time to go have a go-go with the Eggman and the Walrus. So hit the road, Jack, and don't be such a drag, because the sweet sounds of the Saturday morning 60s is the right time to go rock and rollin'. Only on your transistor radio, the best of the West. 979 FM, satellite radio at its finest.
Melbourne's home hits of the 80s, 90s, and today. 979 FM.
All right. Okay, we're back. Okay, so Johanna, Johanna is our fourth guest actually, and huwag na kayo magsawa kay Johanna because I always read her articles every Saturday.
Thank you,
So lahat yung mga articles niya I read them. So alam niyo naman, ito pastel ko, nabid ko na to last time. So yung articles niya talagang binabasa ko because it's very helpful sa migrant community, sa applicants. So we're just going to ask her about the main changes, some new guidelines, kung ano pang mga chismaks na marites about migrants.
So it's so with this, because we need people, right? So it has become fast. It became easier. Those people, like for the last 2 years, who have submitted their expression of interest for permanent residency, has been waiting. They have been waiting there. But then recently, like starting July, they have been invited. And even if they are offshore, which is really good. Because during the pandemic, the Department of Home Affairs were only inviting people who were here and very specific industries, especially the health industry. And it's still like that now, but they have opened up to more occupations on the list. For example, in Victoria, the state nomination, they said that it's open to everyone on the list in any row. But they still prioritize industries, health, hospitality, construction, engineering. So it's still there, and we have yet to see those other roles outside of these priority sectors to be invited. Yeah, so it's looking good, and with this new government, they're improving it, and hopefully in the next few months, maybe they're readying for the next financial year, that it will be better. But even before, we still have 6 months of this financial year. My forecast is that there'll be more. It would be easier for people who are applying, especially those who are offshore, and those who are here. Yes, it's still easier for them as long as they're in those priority sectors. Yeah.
Well, that's really very beneficial. Dito yung sa medical fields. So those are the priorities. So again, we have just 10 minutes to go. Okay, parang kulang pa rin, di ba?
Yes, 4 hours. We also overtime.
So, but I think we have meron tayong, no? I think we have holiday siya tayo susunod sa atin because he should be here. But I think they're recorded, so because of the holidays.
So again, the next one is which?
I think there's a
which program is that for a separate
program,
nationality?
nationality.
Yeah.
So this is a community radio. So ethnicity, different ethnicity. So I think the president is asking me to do the quasi chairman of the ethnic activities as well very soon. So that's Bob is in charge. So I'm just gonna say yes. Okay, yes. And if that's so, and I'm gonna bring the whole pack with me, with the Good Vibes Filipinas on the multicultural ethnicity group. So again, I'm very thankful for you guys that you came in the studio. I know it's a very short notice. Gabi lang, actually 10 o'clock. The text ako sa inyo. I've made the flyer at 11 o'clock. And again, forever grateful, Sir Steve, Rizzy, kay Johanna, and also sa kay MAFFIE, and also, hindi ko nasabihin, hindi ko napapasalamatan kung si kasama ko ito palagi eh. And hopefully, we'll do another info session and, for the Filipinos multicultural community as well to know that there is a platform that if you have queries, dito lang kami. Dito lang Good Vibes Philippines. Not just for mine, but we can do the police work, the police, inquiries again. That is why the Filipinos are very afraid to deal with the police. Why are you afraid of the police people? So that's why we invited.
It's very interesting that you said about community because I know there's on the police apart from maintaining the peace, protecting the community. I know, if I hope I'm correct on this one, they have this like community engagement.
Yes.
Component in what they do, and a lot of people actually don't know that.
Yes.
Because you said that, I think it's only proper that if we can get them on board.
Yes.
And to know more of our local police.
Especially the ambos as well. We can invite the ambulance Victoria.
So I know Ambulance Victoria do a lot of that community engagement work, and of course the local police do here in Melton. They have fantastic community engagement officers here, and they're out and about all the time with the local groups, local schools, things like that. So they're fantastic at what they do.
And it's very interesting to actually hear what programs they're looking at. So I think that's down the track. Put it in your calendar.
With COVID is going away now, so I think it's a good thing that really into track of evolving. I think the wrath of COVID really changed us, but we evolved. I think it's a benefit. We call it a benefit. We call it blessing in disguise. So blessing in disguise. Who are the ones who really struggle and who really fights? Those who fight, then they're going to survive. So I think I think it's a plan as well. I don't know, but who can say that? So again, we still have 5 minutes. I can play a song just to end up. But again, on behalf of our sponsors, namin sponsor, di ko alam kung babalik pa sa amin ngayon. Babalik pa sa amin sponsors namin. Hopefully, magdagdag. And on behalf of Good Vibes Pilipinas, Mayora, si Raf, I think si Raf is there. Sabi ni Villa daw ng Pination Malbon. Pa-shout out po! Sabi ni Villa daw ng Pination Malbon. Watching from Tangit. And happy anniversary, Good Vibes Pilipinas, sabi ni Raf. Ayan. Dahil dato, happy anniversary, God bless. Sabi one of the admins of Pination Malbon. Ayan. Pination Malbon, thank you very much for your support. Ayan. And sa lahat ng mga, hindi ko nasabihin ng dami, 64 ata, 74 pages and the Facebook groups ang na-connect ang Good Vibes Pilipinas. And the 97.9 FM, thank you very much for trusting, for giving us the Filipino-Australian program. And to Bob, to Jason, and to Suzanne, you're doing a good job. You're doing a good job, especially on managing the association, the organization. So we're very thankful. And behalf of Mayora and Papa George, kay Raf, kay Mark is, may kasi dapat magandang coverage natin ngayon. But syempre, family muna, saka income muna kailangan. So again, ito po si Papi. Any last words?
I just want to congratulate you on your anniversary again. So well done for what you provide for the local community. So thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Izzy.
Congratulations, and like I've said, I've got your back.
All right, thank you very much.
Full support on my end. Just reach out.
Thank you.
Yeah, same here. Congratulations, happy anniversary. I'm always here for any migration law matters, other law matters. I'm also here. And also, I guess you have invited people who had questions, who has questions, but I think we also have to invite people who want to share their expertise.
Yes.
Standing experts dyan, that they wanted to share it, or they don't have a platform to share it.
All right. MAFFIE?
Congratulations for 33 years. I think I'm the beneficiary of this session today. I'm getting a lot of connections, and I'm really glad that I've met you all in person. Thank you.
Yeah, Papa George.
And yes, sir. It's been a while. Hindi sa time na sa ating mga kabarkadahan dyan. Salamat. And sinubaybayan nyo kami sa nakaraang 4 na oras and counting. So we'll see you po next time either dito po sa ating radio station or on our Facebook page live on Saturday evenings.
Alright, again. Napapaalam sa inyo. It's another 4 hours of very educational and constructive discussion with again, sabi ko high caliber guests to. So I'm very thankful for our guests again. Live life, be happy, good vibes lang. Ito po si Papa Melvin, nagsasabing good vibes, Pilipinas. Boom!
979 FM.
The city of Melton has so much to offer. Natural beauty, great retail shopping, and amazing events. Find the very best of Melton, the free Melton City Much More app. Download it for free from your preferred app store today. Melton City Council is a sponsor of 979 FM. Become a member or subscriber of 979 FM and support the community radio station you are listening to. 979 FM has competitive rates of memberships and subscriptions. So inquire now by phoning 9747 0450 during business hours. Become a part of 979 FM today. Hello, this is Jerome here.
Oh, this is Rod McManus.
This is 979 FM.
Don't move it. Yeah, thank you.
Pag-isip.
Okay. Let's go to section per section.
Oh, yes, yes.
Can you do just us here? Yeah. I can see it. No, just
Another's more behind a big black purse. Some are poor, some have bread, some are so